Mm-mm.
Okay, we seem to be okay, so welcome back to Power Rangers Cosmic Roar, episode 9, I believe this is. I can check, I actually wrote it down, hold on. It's episode 9, yeah. I'm your host, Stan, and today we're joined by Ryo, Tom Tom, Troy, Sheena, and Nico.
Yes.
Apparently, Zink can die of heart disease.
Since the last one, this is an anti-hero session, the last one was an episode about Narples. Nico, how about you have Narples do our last time on thing?
Last time on Cosmic Rock, there was a lot. There was a lot of stuff going on. Mostly regarding to Panda Bakery. That place doesn't exist anymore.
No.
There was this Chungus guy. I was hoping to get a fat tip off of that asshole. Sorry.
There's our one.
Well, there's a one. Off of that person. However, he turned out to be an evil parasite or something similar to it.
He was a monster.
He was a monster, and we had to defeat him, and he was really annoying. There was also Catherine Andrews because of course she was there.
I'd like to make
ruin
one
my
addendum.
day.
One addendum to this. He was a monster, and then a Chronos crystal got shoved into him.
So nothing was different, really.
Oh, he got bigger.
Zink just interrupts the last time on then segment. Excuse you, Narples. Just...
Yes, now hold up. Did you see him before?
The before and after. I don't see a difference.
These are the same picture.
Well, he's slightly grayer.
And we got joined by a mysterious ranger who wasn't really all that mysterious. I just didn't get to her season yet. Things went a little bit less horribly as she took over the cooking and made my day less horrible.
With her cheetah speed.
Yes.
Isn't that abusing power for personal gain?
No, because she was helping someone else. See?
Oh, so as long as you loophole it like that, it's fine. I'll use my cheetah power to help you at your job, and you use your whatever powers to help me at mine.
I mean, it depends, but yeah, sure, why not?
I'm gonna fight the Morphin Grid.
I mean...
Good luck.
Yeah.
I'll take it. It's very unfair and balanced.
Well, after all that has happened, Panda Bakery was no more, as it usually is.
And then we just see the frickin' King's Pillar go off.
And well, things happen. Boom.
Yeah.
But thankfully, Zach managed to steal his wallet. So I did at least get the money that Chungus owed me for all of the service.
Sheena's
But it was
got a good
Casey.
recommend. Replace all bad words with moose.
We just need like a button with that sound effect.
Well, we would if Sheena could talk.
You can censor that in post.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
that's what I plan to do with the uploads.
That's basically what happened last time.
Yep. Alright, so now we set the stage here. I'm gonna say it is a Monday. Okay, it's Monday morning, so like 9, 10-ish a.m., somewhere around there.
Oh,
Okay.
I hate Mondays.
I'm sure they hate you too.
Good.
But,
It's always Monday around this around this place. How does it happen?
Angel Grove.
yo ho ho, he took a bite of gum gum. Anyway.
No.
So with that in mind, where is everybody right now?
Doing shopping.
Okay.
Random handstand.
Getting TM50 TM45 reflect.
And then you can beat KH2, no problem.
No, it's alright. Get the elemental punch TMs, you'll be fine.
And what about this trio over here? What are they doing, Tom?
School, apparently.
Summoning some demons.
Yeah.
As you do.
If Olivia's in school, she's just thinking about the grand sandwich all day long.
She's in college, but her grades be slipping because she needs that
Yeah.
sandwich.
The graham sandwiches. Just can't get them off
It's
your
the
mind.
only brain food that'll fulfill her needs.
Well, if you don't eat, you really won't have.
Okay, you know what? Then I'm gonna choose 4 people. All right, like, well, we'll cut to Olivia, Rose, and Tamaki. What are they all doing right now? Ryo, I will slap your shit. Oh.
Hey, I'm waiting for that heart disease to kick in.
Stop. What are they doing in college right now? Those 3. Oh my,
Well, Olivia's apparently doing a handstand.
oh my God.
Yeah,
Just rolls with it.
she's just trying to get her mind off the grand sandwich because she can't do much without,
You see, she's in
Without it.
gym right now.
They don't have gym
No,
in
that's
college.
just how she walks to class.
I mean, you
God,
could.
I mean, they have like specific classes.
Yes, but they don't have freaking gym.
Well, I guess it's a required class, so it's probably something unnecessary like biology.
Yep.
As long as it's not geography. That's all that matters.
I can't be learning that.
You guys are all doing the cliche dissecting the frog thing, alright?
Oh, I
Gross.
wish it was a grand sandwich.
Starts
was-
eating the frog.
That's what graham sandwiches are made of.
Oh,
That's the first ingredient.
They're very popular.
Oh.
The bullfrog venom.
So, even though the city's gone to crap and there's like ruins everywhere, they decided that life needs to go on in some form, so university is still going. And that said, it kind of backlashes on the students because now freaking like you guys have like way more of a workload for literally 0 pay. In fact, you probably have to pay more because books are now more expensive because the market has crashed due to all the damage. So, yeah. And during this class, you guys are in the middle of a lesson, and the professor, she gets a phone call, and she's like, "Oh, guys, I'm sorry, but this is important. I'll be right back." And so she steps out. So, what are you 3 gonna do?
Just start looking at our phones, just seeing where we can find a grand sandwich.
Allowed to keep your
Gotta
phone
find
in
a new
college?
panda bakery.
Yes, you are allowed to keep your phone on you in college.
Holy shit.
Well, I mean, and the bakery gets rebuilt like every.
Yeah, I just keep updating my phone, seeing if they have any news on the Panda Bakery and with the grand sandwich. Just
Okay, so roll a d6 for me. 3. Okay, so the owner's like, my store's like almost gone, but building prices in the city are so cheap. I think I can rebuild. It's gonna take a while, but like Panda Bakery will be back eventually.
King's Pillar!
He'll be back later.
Yeah. Also, graham sandwiches will now be twice as expensive. Sorry.
Bruh.
Oh, you gotta pay for quality.
Yeah.
They're very popular.
Yeah.
God.
How about Tamaki and Rose? What about you 2?
Probably like
What?
go over. What?
Sheena! Oh my god. Sheena, you've got free time in this class. What is Rose doing?
Anyways, heckin', I guess Tamaki will go over and like start bugging Rose, since she doesn't seem to be doing anything better. Hey, I know you. Like from a month ago, you were at that.
My own world.
I will pull the earbuds right out of your skull.
Tamaki says hi, and Rose is like, excuse you, I'm busy spacing out. Can you like not? Dang.
Well, I guess that's how it's gonna be. Okay, fine. I won't talk to you.
Dang. I didn't know Rose was so rude, but that's...
They're all so crooked.
Yeah, I know. I wonder who did that.
It's probably the
It
villain.
is a mystery.
Yeah, but okay. So
That is a
Tamaki,
mystery.
while you're walking back to your seat, I need you to roll a d6 for me. So while you're walking, out of the corner of your eye, you see a pop machine.
Oh heck yeah! I got nothing better going on, so I guess I'm gonna get me a soda.
This
Okay.
ain't Amsterdam.
So
Oh wait, you said pop.
yeah, so you shimmy over, and
Shake.
yeah. So go ahead. If you're gonna get yourself a popper, then roll another d6. 4.
Very consistent.
All right. So 4 is like flat average. So whatever you press to get, you get it. Congrats. Good job.
Carbonated
Working as
pasta.
intended.
Yeah. Well, yep. You did it. Good job.
Got me a root beer.
I want one to be like carbonated Tabasco sauce.
I want all 3 of you to roll a perception check. Rose is still off in her own world. She's just like, durr. but okay, so Livy and Tamaki, you suddenly hear a commotion coming from outside the window. Okay, that's in the classroom.
Window.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And so you look out and you see, the one of the college stores that's right across, right? And you just hear, "Stop, thief!" And then out from the window of that place busts out Zach, and he's got a little sack around his shoulder, and he's like, "Yeah, thanks. I'll be taking this." And he just starts running off, and the store clerk just stands there agape, not really knowing what to do.
I'm gonna be like, okay, that's hang on, I gotta use the bathroom. I'm gonna step away. I'm gonna be like, hey, Guardian, I just saw like some kid just rob a store. Should I do something about that?
I was about to answer, but I'm gonna do the funny option. Hold on. No,
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
Oh, okay, cool.
So then Tamaki just goes back. Well, not my problem, I guess. So now we follow Zach, and he's making a clean getaway. And this isn't actual rep. I'm just gonna leave him here in the middle of the map because why not? But we follow him, and he runs back to the warehouse that is now technically his. Technically.
It's destroyed anyway.
Right, like no one else is using it. Like
There's no ceiling. It's not even really a warehouse anymore.
No, there's still a ceiling. It's just half gone. It's different.
I have like a thing. Could he go south from where he's standing now?
Sure. We'll say the warehouse is south of town. Why not? Whatever.
Okay, so he runs into me.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Hey, I've been meaning to give you something. I forgot to thank you for the help with with getting that wallet from Chungus.
Oh yeah, no problem. That was easy.
Yeah. So like after counting his entire check, his entire thing, it like there is still some left, and like I don't know what to do with it. I'm not gonna keep it. I gave the thing that my boss deserved to him, and I may just forget where I put it, and I just rub it in his face.
Hold on, I gotta roll something. Zach goes to say something, and then you hear sirens, and then Zach's like, hey, Narples, I got a better idea. Can you do me a quick favor?
Yeah.
Stand right here for me. And he moves her like right in front of him, and then just kind of squats down behind her, right? And so now I'm gonna roll something else. Oh, nice. Okay, so then an officer runs up to Narples and is like, "Oh, ma'am, good timing. There's been a recent robbery. Have you seen anything? And then before Narples can even say anything, Zach like reaches his hand out from behind her and is just like, duh, he went dad away, and points somewhere else, and the officer's like, thanks, and he runs off.
Well, I mean, he didn't know what my voice sounded like, so that's legitimate.
Exactly.
He doesn't even attempt to disguise his own voice.
No.
Why?
And so
I don't know what an alien would sound like.
yeah. And so then with that, Zach continues running off, doesn't even say goodbye. What a jerk.
It was a 50-50 between whether or not he has the he took the wallet or not,
Okay.
and that and if it was above, then yeah, he took it.
Okay. So Zach was sure to snatch the wallet, so
It is very sticky.
yeah, yes. As we continue to follow him, he ends up in that warehouse, as I said, and he brings back a bunch of just random stuff, really. Like, he basically just grabbed whatever he could, and some money's in there.
So he's making a nest like some dumb bird.
Kinda, yeah. So
I got you, Blue.
yeah, so, and he's like, alright guys, latest haul, here you go. And so then some kids run up and they just take whatever they feel like. And there's one kid in particular who runs up to him and he's like, hey, Zach, have you seen Kevin lately? I haven't, he hasn't been around. And so then I miss him. And so Zach then like stares for a sec and he has like a brief, like super quick flashback to one of the voices he heard from when he aura scanned that one parasite from a while back. And so then he's just like, yeah, he got adopted. Yeah, he found a family, and he says he can't wait for you guys to find someone too, so you guys can all start hanging out again. And so then the other kid's like, oh, cool, thanks, and he like runs off. So yeah, and then Zach's just like, oh god, and so then he just like starts thinking, he's like, all right, well, where to hit next? So now we'll cut back to Narples. What's she got going on now?
Well, I guess I should get back to the shopping. So well, I'm just gonna do like general stuff, you know, like buy 2 eggs so it lasts me another 2 months.
Yes.
And just, you know, some cute clothes. So I look good when I'm shaming Catherine Andrews next time. Also, they need to be different because they recognize me based off of clothes at this point.
Yes.
That's the main reason why I really need new disguises.
Yes.
And yeah, after I'm done doing like my general shopping run of the mall, I am going to go outside and start playing music.
Oh boy.
And of course, I put out like a little hat so people can throw money at me.
I like how you're just going straight for the sort of Etheria soundtrack now.
It fits.
It
Oh,
does.
you're one. Oh wait, he did. Shit.
Yeah, he did.
Damn, I wanted to see the worst result with people around.
So some random bystanders like, yeah, and then they start like, but hold on, I gotta roll something.
Is this a Catherine Andrews roll?
No. Okay, so while some people are like, you know, throwing coins and stuff, other people are like throwing like junk, like buttons and crap, because you know they're petty. Like, so,
well, they can be petty all they want. Whatever. I mean, that's their choice.
But if you want me to do a Catherine Andrews roll, I will do so. Hold on.
Oh no.
Oh, you don't want it?
I mean, it's Catherine Andrews. That's just That's just like a disaster, like a tornado. You cannot stop it.
Alright, so 4,
It
so...
already happened.
So she hears this, because she just so happens to be by. And,
It's like she's actually several blocks away. It's just like she has a sense.
she just hears it from across town, and she's just like, she's not really, because I rolled a 4, she's not really causing a huge, like, fuss, but, like, she's there, and she's watching, she's just like, ugh, I could do so much better. If only the song were French, then maybe it would have some merit. Like, so up to you if you want to react to her standing there looking at you like that or not, but...
Get mood!
I see what you did there. I see what you did. Let's get to our main star of this episode. What is Zink doing right now?
No, he's just sitting cross-legged on top of the radio tower in plain view of everybody morphed.
Since you apparently want me to describe this. Alright. So he's sitting there contemplating morphed, you said, right?
Yes.
Alright, so... Up to this point, has he just been doing his usual of just standing there watching the archives?
Well, yes.
Okay. So I will say then that this morning, he actually finished them all. Like, he now he's seen all of the saga of all these rangers. And so now when it comes to general ranger knowledge, he's going to get a +2 to checks on that, okay?
Does that include Sentai and Kamen Rider?
No, just Power Rangers.
Okay, looks like he's got more to watch.
No, he doesn't, because I specifically said in episode 1, Kamen Riders are not in there. So...
Yeah, but Sentai is.
No, it's not. So...
Dude, there was a canonical episode in... Which season was it with the stretchy arms?
I know what you're talking about, but here's the thing. No. So...
What do you mean,
But,
no?
But
There was
hasn't,
a-
like, at least 2 Sentai Rangers made cameos by now?
They actively watched an episode of the Sentai in the American cartoon.
The answer is no. Don't worry about it. So...
I'm worrying about it.
So, since Zink is here contemplating now, we're gonna see another brief flashback, okay? And it's right after he just got done watching Ninja Steel, which is in this universe at this point, that's the latest team that has shown up and gone. Okay.
Burger Morpher was a good idea.
So the Guardian asks him, "Well, Zink, have you learned anything from catching up on all of our history?
Be specific.
Anything at all?"
There are a lot of fighting styles, some more potent than others.
Interesting. And what did you
Well,
observe?
for instance, Season 1...
And so what? Does he just start doing hip hop keto or something?
No, he cuts to a clip of Hip Hop Keto.
Oh yeah.
Do you see how impractical and yet functional this is?
Why yes, that is the unique fighting style of Zack Taylor.
Yes, but then you look at some of the fighting in Ninja Steel, and there is no real style to it. In fact, when they actually use their abilities, it's very hit and miss. And then there was this thing with the kites.
And tell me, what have you observed about the character of all of these past Rangers?
It varies heavily.
No common qualities you could find at all?
Well, there was a very uncommon quality I found within this Nick character.
I see. Well,
Well, if you look at this scene, and the Guardian just covers the orb.
he just cuts him off and he's like, "Zink, I want you to do something for me."
Again?
Yes.
Hmm.
I need you to go down to Earth and apply the knowledge you've learned. I feel like
To what?
I feel like your abilities as a ranger, as well as your abilities to help out in discovering the rest of the Chronos crystals, will be enhanced by this experience.
I can tell you're tempting me, but I'll take it.
Very well. And so then the Guardian poofs him down to where he's at now. And so now we're caught up. Okay. So,
Sit.
since this is your, you know, you're leading the way technically this episode.
It's a bad thing for everybody. Yeah.
I'll let you decide. What's the first thing that Zink sees?
Oh wait.
A crowd of gawkers.
What are they gawking at?
A Power Ranger just sitting on a building doing nothing.
Okay, and so I like to imagine there's like a little kid there, and he just like pulls out his smartphone and like takes a picture, just like
Oh, neat.
yeah, like, and this kid is also in his other hand holding a balloon.
Well, is it a helium balloon?
Yes.
Okay. Zink fiddles with a rock and flicks it straight through.
Roll.
Bruh.
Roll your 2d6. Oh, jeez.
That balloon
Wow.
is dead.
So
The rock has actually cracked the sidewalk.
so like a freaking sniper bullet, the rock goes through the balloon so hard that the force of the pop actually sends the little kid flying. Like,
What the heck?
so
And then Zink just looks at his hand. That was doing something good.
so then now the crowd's like, oh my god, he just assaulted a little kid, and they're like running the little kid's aid.
Did they even... You know, at that speed, did anybody even see the rock?
No, but they saw him flick towards it and the balloon popped, so they just assumed. Like,
How? He's on
Oh
top
my
of
God,
a radio
he's
tower.
psychic.
so, yeah.
And now he's just looking at his hand like, wow,
What next does he see?
the panicking crowd.
Okay. So,
Or his hand. He is still looking at his hand.
okay, so this is gonna go nowhere, so I'll just take over since this is a scenario we discussed.
Yeah, well, it's Zink. He doesn't do anything. You know how he is.
Yeah. So, he also now hears the hustle and bustle of nearby traffic, okay?
Mm.
And out of the corner of his eye, he sees a dude look left and right, but the light has not changed to green yet, and the dude starts to walk across.
Okay, time for another stone.
Obey the law.
Heckin' breaks his knee.
Okay.
That'll teach you.
Okay.
No, don't worry. This is a very smooth stone.
I'm not. Okay, how many rocks are gonna be on top of a radio tower? I was willing.
Stone goes faster.
I was willing to give you one, but no. Like, we're not gonna keep doing the
Okay,
stone
then
thing.
he's doing blunt light.
Okay. Do you want to use a charge?
No, think of it like you said arrows were free, right? Imagine a harmless blunt arrow.
Oh, okay. So roll your
flick.
roll your 2d6. 8.
This will just nail him right in the chest and knock him over.
So, all right. So he starts to jaywalk, and he's making good progress. But then suddenly, blindsided, he gets nailed in the center mass, which sends him just like he craters basically, just like bam. So, and because he craters, hold on, I gotta roll for this.
All
Well,
Oh no! Oh
He should have gotten distance first, though.
no! Oh no! I didn't want to roll a 6. Okay, so
I like this angle.
but so because he rolls a 6, or I rolled a 6 rather, he craters, and then suddenly the oncoming traffic, they don't hit him, but they like have to careen off like really quick, and so Zink just caused a traffic accident, like a car just like swerved out of the way and then nailed like a nearby like fire hydrant, and so
I
now
know I should have put more force behind that. Otherwise, like if I had, he would have flown off the friggin' intersection.
and so now there's water spilling everywhere, and a car is like totaled.
Well, now Zink actually has to do something. Damn it!
Yeah, so what's Zink gonna do?
He stands up, pats his legs off, and hops over to the dude in the crater, or
And
who has cratered.
so he got the wind knocked out of him, so he's just kind of staring straight at the sky, like not moving.
What's he wearing?
Hold on.
Is it a hoodie?
5. Okay. So I'm gonna say he's wearing pink.
Okay, but I mean, what type of outfit?
Okay.
And him.
Sheena.
And him.
Oh,
Dang.
This is the power of Pink Thunder.
Okay, so just to make Sheena even more upset, this guy is wearing a pink dress. We're just gonna say that. Sure.
Guy.
Yeah, a guy.
Okay, his life choices are fine, but
No, they aren't. He tried to jaywalk.
no, I
That's
mean
true.
his life choices. We're not talking about his criminal choices. You get what I mean?
His
What
life
if he's
choice
about the
was
crime
to put
life?
His life in danger by jaywalking. That's what he got.
Look, if he's about the crime life, we're gonna deal with that right now. Zink just, since there's no like collar to grab him by, just picks him up by the chin and is holding him there, staring right into his eyes.
And so then he starts to scream like, "Ah!" Like, what the
And
heck?
smacks him.
Roll 2d6 for damage. Oh
Oh,
no.
he's deliberately smacking him lightly this time.
Roll a
Alright.
2d6 to stun. Oh my god,
He is
stop!
now.
Stop! So, even though Zink's trying to be gentle, quote unquote, with this
Is
guy,
this because I nailed that 9 at the start?
even though he's trying to be gentle, quote unquote, like he slaps the dude so hard that he's straight up knocked out now, like just passed out.
Jaywalking is serious business.
Well, Zink clears the intersection. He's on the sidewalk with the guy now. He hasn't put him down. He's still holding him up by the chin.
Okay.
And now he's just shaking him.
Why?
Wake up.
Roll to wake him up, I guess. 7. Okay, that's reasonable. Like,
For once.
right?
Stronger than any human can manage. That's reasonable.
Yeah. So, shaking him violently, and, I don't know, like, hold on, I'm gonna roll for something, actually. Hold on. Okay, so, what I was kinda planning, just, it doesn't happen, don't worry about it. So, you...
Oh, okay.
So, so you're shaking this dude, and he like slowly comes to, and he's like in pain. He's like, "Ow, man, what the heck?" And like then he like slowly realizes like where he was and is now again, and he just starts to like scream again immediately.
Slap.
Now he's knocked out again. Congrats.
This is the best session.
That poor dress man. Now I almost feel bad for him if it wasn't jaywalking.
Yeah,
Poor
brain
dress
damage
man.
being
Even if-
Okay, so I know he's not taking damage because Zink's doing non-lethal, but like, how many times do you get knocked out and come back to before like brain damage sets in?
or you
Yeah.
stop screaming in his face. Like at some point, shock has to set in, and you stop screaming.
Well, I mean, he's not shocked anymore. He's knocked out.
Okay, so before I roll this next one, I just want to note, even if Zink hadn't crumpled him, that car still would have been coming straight on down while that dude was in the middle of the road.
Yes.
So this actually is still on him.
I mean, technically.
Shake.
Okay, so again, he comes to, and this time I'm gonna roll it because
Let's see if he grows a brain.
freaking course not. He starts to scream again.
Okay, just loop
Why
this.
does he start to scream?
Because he's stupid. Here, just loop this while this shit goes on, alright?
Link it in Discord. I can't pull it up on stream. Wait,
There.
of course. This.
God.
Okay, Zink just holds his hand like he's gonna slap him again. This guy has one chance.
Alright, hold on. I gotta roll it. Okay, so he kind of like realizes what's going on, and he like starts like he's still like terrified beyond belief. And at this point, there's a crowd starting to form because major intersection accident, screaming. But like he's still terrified, still wide-eyed, but he like does his best to like shut up, though.
Okay, now Zink turns around with him and just directs his head in the towards the traffic, and he points at it. You caused this.
What? No, I didn't, man.
Yes, you did.
What? No.
That car had to swerve to avoid you.
What? Well, I looked. There was no cars when I was walking.
You didn't look properly, and it's still illegal.
Oh yeah? Well, what are you, an attorney?
Zink forcefully twists his head towards him. He's rangered up. It's like, what do you think I am?
I thought Power Rangers supposed to be helping people, not attacking them. What the heck?
That's right, we help people, not criminals. Now, if you'd like me to attack you, I could show you what that's like.
And he doesn't really know what to say. He's just looking at him like terrified.
Good. I have been very gentle with you.
Knocked him out twice. Very gentle.
Yeah.
He has. He hasn't taken damage.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he is being very gentle. He's still alive.
Yeah.
I mean, you ever been smacked by a Power Ranger?
Yeah, I imagine it hurt a lot.
It would hurt a lot. So,
I'm surprised the brain damage hasn't set in yet.
Yeah.
so what we're going to do, or rather what you're going to do, is go over there and apologize.
And it's at this point that Zink hears somewhat, or rather, well, I guess you would hear it, but like, at this point, the front part of the car that crashed, it's like starting to go up in flames, just like,
Oops.
So, and keep in mind, there hasn't been a rescue team yet, and so the person who was driving is still in there. So.
You said there was water everywhere now, so maybe that'll put it out.
No, it won't. Okay, so it's only the front part of the car, right? It's nowhere near the gasoline.
Yeah.
Okay. Zink looks the guy dead in the eyes, right?
Uh-huh.
If you run, I will cripple you.
And the
Power Ranger.
and the guy just kind of like, he's still wide-eyed and aghast, but he just kind of like
Does he try to nod?
basically, like he's just like,
Okay, Zink lets him go and immediately leaps over to the car. And then just punches his way right into the gas tank and rips it out and tosses it away from the flame.
I need you to roll for me real quick. I want to determine something.
I want to determine how vicious this looks.
I wanted to determine if the gas tank explodes while you do this.
From 1 to 6, just how villainous it is.
Just a 7.
So okay, you punch through the car and you grab the tank and you throw it. You throw it aside without really aiming it, I imagine. So,
No. He just gets it away from the fire, like deliberately the opposite direction.
yeah, okay, so.
It's not like he. Like
Oh no! Oh no!
Look, hold on.
Just smacks the guy in the dress right in the head.
Yeah, but hold
He's
on.
knocked out again.
Hold on.
It gets thrown into a fireplace store.
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
it was deliberately away from fire. That wouldn't happen. But let me be specific here. He punched through the car. He didn't damage the gas canister. That shit's still closed.
Yeah.
So that's sealed.
Yeah.
Some asshole might walk on by and steal the gas, but so yeah, it's a closed carton. He just tosses away from the fire.
But
It's
you
fine.
tossed it, and I had you roll, and then I rolled for something else.
I'm just making sure we understand.
So you chuck
So
it.
what happened?
So you, Tom knows me too well. Is what happened. Freaking,
Predictable.
But yeah, you chuck it behind you, and it immediately hits the dude in the chest, and he's knocked out again.
That's fine. Wait a minute.
Like,
I mean, this fire's still a problem. Is this car still wedged against somebody, or did it hit a hydrant or something?
it hit a fire hydrant, which is why there's a water spout. So.
Okay, but it's still on fire, so
Yes.
Zink's gonna pry that backwards just a bit before going over to the driver's side.
Okay.
Do I have to roll for that?
No, you're a ranger. You have enough strength for that. Like, that's fine.
Just one-handed, just walks back.
Like, we saw a bridge handle cars, no problem. It's fine.
Okay, but Time Force was scary, and SPD was scary.
Yeah, but just roll with it. Like,
Anyway, he jumps, then he leaps over the car to the driver's side, and I'm guessing the door is all warped and wedged.
yeah.
He tears it off.
Okay, I'm still saying that's fine.
Okay. And then he just snaps the seatbelt so he can get the guy out.
Okay. And so the guy in there is obviously passed out because collision.
Well, that's fine. He just gently
Put him in
pulls-
on the pile of the passed out guys.
There's only one dude passed out. It's fine. He puts him on the sidewalk. This guy didn't do anything wrong yet, but he hasn't done anything wrong yet. He's fine. He's good right now. So Zink just lays him gently on the sidewalk. Is anybody else gonna die?
I mean, I can roll for that, I guess.
Yeah, let's see what happened to the other dude.
Well, he's knocked out because you friggin' threw a friggin' carburetor at him.
Not the
Roll to see if he
jaywalker.
gets brain damage. I don't know.
Not the stupid jaywalker. The other dude who was in the traffic accident. I mean,
What?
somebody had to have slammed on their brakes when this dude went veering.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll. Hold on. I'm just gonna roll a D2 coin flip. 1. Okay, so
God damn.
there was luckily no other car coming at this intersection for all this time. So, and any cars that are gonna start coming, they're gonna see all this crap a mile away, so they're gonna start like stopping, and so traffic's just gonna jam over time, pretty much. So.
Well, there's really nowhere Zink can put the burning car, so he's gonna have to let that take its course.
That'll be fine.
Chuck it into the ocean.
We don't know where the accident took place. We've kind of been general about this.
Yeah. Well,
Plus, that would be littering.
let's see. I guess if we're gonna, like, I know the map isn't literally exact. Like, we've said that, we're taking liberties, but, like, let's just say, I don't know, since he was there, this all happened over here. I don't know, like, around here-ish, like to say.
Where are you pinging?
That's where I'm...
Slightly below the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
There he is. Well, Zink just kind of... Well, no, it still crashed into the hydrant. Most of the roadway is clear. It's fine.
Yeah. So,
Okay, so that dude's lying clean, not in the water, so he doesn't drown.
yeah.
And then Zink goes over to the gasoline-soaked man lady.
Okay.
Okay, this time instead of shaking him, because he's covered in gasoline...
He throws him at the fire.
No.
Yeet.
You know what? Hold on. He shouldn't be covered in gas.
Wait, I have a better idea. You roll him up first in breadcrumbs, and then you throw him into the fire.
Okay, what are you trying to do here? Zink
I'm
hasn't
just trying
chosen
to make
evil
the
yet.
best of the situation.
Who isn't Catherine Andrews? Now is not the time. Damn. But no, okay. He shouldn't be covered in gas. He just got hit by the gas canister, right?
Yes.
Okay. Zink's gonna shake him back awake then.
Okay, roll it.
Shake him awake. That's not.
Okay, so he's coming awake, but now he, like, because of the multiple blows to the cranium, he's like really loopy. He's like,
Someone give me a bucket, I'm gonna throw up.
pretty much.
Okay, Zink will keep shaking him until he comes to his senses.
I don't think he's gonna come to his senses from all this
Don't
trauma,
worry, he's
dude.
getting gentler.
Dude, if you keep shaking him, his head's gonna fly off or he's gonna knock out again.
Pretty
Shake the
much.
baby.
No, don't shake the baby.
Shake the baby.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna say at this point, he's like, he's conscious, but, like, not, you get what I mean? Like,
He's conscious, but at what cost?
pretty much, like...
He has some brain damage.
Yeah.
He has some brain damage.
And the brain damage. And the brain damage.
So,
Trust me, this wouldn't be enough for brain damage. Just a concussion.
pretty much.
Multiple concussions
One
cause brain
concussion.
damage.
He only hit him hard once, as far as you know. Anyway, so since he's not paying attention, Zink walks him over to the dude who's laid out. This is what you did. Bad.
Just treating him like a dog.
Hold on, I gotta...
Well, he's clearly not in his right mind right now. We gotta make sure it sticks.
Oh, man, okay. So, it's at this point, okay? Zink then hears a familiar voice, alright? And, kneeling down next to the dude who, just got, you know, in the car accident, is Zach, and he's like, oh, hey man, what's up?
What are you doing to that man?
Nothing. I am simply here observing. Yes.
Put it back.
Put what? I don't know what you're talking
Put it
about.
back.
Put what back? What? Who?
I will actually attack you. Put it back. This is in character. Zach knows he'll do it.
I know. Hold on.
So it's like Zink's got a gun on him. Put it back.
Say psych now.
Okay, so 6. So Zach is like, fine, but like he like fake puts it back. Like he motions to like put it back, but he does like the frickin' sleight of hand thing, and he just like kind of slips like a rock in the dude's
Zink saw
pocket.
that.
No,
He
roll it.
creates- I just did.
Crap.
Zink generates several arrows around him made of light. Last morning. Put it back.
What if I ask nicely?
I will kill you.
Okay, so if I ask meanly, you'll let me live?
Put it back.
Fires
when you die.
arrows.
You know, yeah, he fires one that very blatantly misses only by a centimeter. Last chance.
Hold on.
You're robbing a good person. That's not okay.
That's not what Power Rangers do.
Hey, a good person wouldn't run over a poor innocent fire hydrant. Just saying.
That's this guy's fault.
Oh, well then can I take his?
I don't care what you do to this guy.
Oh, sweet. And so then he just nabs the dress guy's wallet. Alright, that's all I wanted, and he starts walking off.
Did he
How
put
did you
the other
find
one...
it? Like, dresses don't have pockets.
Hold on, did he put the other one back?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Well, he didn't put it back so much as just kind of like tossed it aside on top of the passed out
in
dude.
his pocket.
He'll have it when he wakes up.
In his pocket.
Oh my god! And so then he just turns on fine, and he grabs it, and he like hold on, I gotta roll for this.
Yeah, no, Zink's still got arrows on him. Don't do this.
4. Okay, so he like looks at
Using his brain, he rolls a 4 and decides
pretty much he
not stupid.
he looks out the corner of his eye at Zink, and he's like, not worth right now, and he like sloppily shoves it in the dude's like hoodie pocket. There, God, like jeez. So stingy, man. You're not cool anymore. What the heck happened to you?
I was never cool.
Jeez. Well, whatever. You go be lame and watch some more archives. I got stuff to do, and he like
Oh,
starts.
I would, but if I ran out.
Like, so,
Yeah, I finished.
yeah, I'm finished. I'm cool. I'm Zink. Whatever. Friggin'. He just like starts walking off, like, so. And so, hold on
So
now.
yeah, that's 2 people he treated like a dog today.
Yeah, so... Oh boy. Okay, so... Now, this crowd that watched this whole thing go down, they're like, oh my god, this Power Ranger just assaulted one guy and robbed the other one!
I told him not to.
Like, so, yeah, they're all panicking.
No. Zink responds, I told him not to.
Yeah, they don't care. They're all in a panic. And, So,
Yeah,
Walks up
posterity.
to each one of them, slap, slap, slap.
no, so,
Oh, he's not gonna do that. They haven't jaywalked.
so,
They haven't done anything wrong yet. Being obnoxious isn't against the law. It's just unpleasant.
so, so they all start to scurry and run, and at this point, the police from earlier, they all start to come back because
Finally.
this is a big thing, and so now they're starting to filter in because they're investigating the scene, and there's also firemen there, and so actual
Zink's still holding him up by the chin.
so yeah, they're all getting the side of the building. So like, look, they're assaulting that dude, or he's assaulting that guy.
It's not really assault when he hasn't even moved.
So, well,
They just see him motionlessly holding him. So.
well, assault is the threat of violence, not actual violence. Fun fact. So,
Zink is just pointing at the knocked out dude. This is what you did. Bad.
so yeah, police are starting to arrive, and they're like, "Freeze, Power Ranger!" Like they're barking orders at. They're starting to create a barricade, and one dude's shouting over a megaphone. So.
Oh, it's fine. Zink stops moving his arm. You have done bad. Look, poor man.
so is he at all phased by how this area is starting to get more and more enclosed?
No, but he stopped moving because a cop said so.
Okay. So
now he's just. So it's like, okay, well, they're doing their thing. Now look, you hurt a poor man. Bad.
The other dude is still dead, basically. So it's at this point that then a familiar feeling enters Zink's head. All right. And
this must be that rare sensation when I last did good 3,000 years ago.
No, not at all. And so he then hears the Guardian, and the Guardian is like, Zink, I feel another Chronos crystal nearby.
But I'm lecturing this man on what he's done.
Well, that's very noble of you. We have a more important mission at hand. I need you to go gather the others.
It's noble of you, horror scream, burning.
Yeah.
Context is everything in this case.
Yeah.
You know what? I like this. This is Zink's new angle. Context is very important.
So,
Okay, well, where's the crystal?
I can't tell you exactly the area. I feel it's somewhere relatively close by, though.
North, east, west, south. You can't even give me a vague direction.
Forward.
Through the building.
So.
Okay. So is it? Zink's gonna walk over to the cops with this one guy.
Okay.
He doesn't have his
Keep in mind, they're all armed.
I know. His other arm is at his side. He's not doing anything threatening. This man was jaywalking and caused a collision.
And
I have to go, so you'll deal with this, right?
And hold on, I'm gonna roll something. I'm gonna roll a -1.
Once.
4.
Hey.
So, okay, so they're actually kind of taken back that you've got the balls. They're like,
That's because it's not a lie.
They're like, wait, what? They were expecting you to put up a fight, and you're just like, hey, guys.
So rolling off this, this man was jaywalking.
Oh.
That car swerved to avoid him, hit the hydrant. I had to get him out of the car. This man has not reflected. So, you deal with him, I've got ranger business.
Oh. And the officer directly in front of him just doesn't really know what to say. He's like, oh, okay.
Okay, good. And Zink just lets go of the guy's chin and he just flops to the ground.
Pretty much, he craters again. Just crunch.
Crumple.
Right, good work, officers. Work on your response time. And then Zink hops over the building looking for the crystal.
Zink is starting to move towards the direction of the university. Yeah, so meanwhile, Narples and Zach also get the call. And Zach's just like, man, I just robbed that place. How you gonna just send me back there already? And
maybe you shouldn't be robbing people.
and the guardian's like, I'm sorry, but ranger duty, and so Zach's like, all right, whatever, and so he starts to make his way over there too. I'm not gonna move his token. How does Narples respond? Because I imagine she's still doing her concert. How does she respond to the guardian just being like, hey, Crystal?
I'm just not really feeling that crystal business right now.
I'm just not in the mood.
Just not in the mood for the crystal.
This just doesn't sound like any of my business.
And you know what? This singing, this does seem like my business right now at the moment. Look, I can almost replace all of the buttons on my shirt with unmatching sets.
Hold on. It's at this point now that the crowd gets around Narples gets distracted by another incoming tune, and it's our girl Catherine Andrews singing more of her generic pop music. The crowd slowly stops paying attention to Narples and starts rushing over to her, and because they're so impressed by this, because it's a 7, they start throwing at her actual dollar bills, 20s and stuff. So they're like, yeah, Captain Andrews, you're the best, oh my god, I love you, so. And you then also see Catherine Andrews out the, just giving that side smirk, that, passive aggressive, yeah, I just stole your crowd. So,
and that passive smirk is just enough of a window for me to take one of my paper rocks. Damn it.
So you throw it, and she catches it, and she unfolds it, and then just writes an autograph on it, and then gives it to a fan, which only causes everybody to love her even more. So so good job, Narples. And by the way, that didn't break the flow of her song at all either, so they're double impressed. So
I remember when she was supposed to be a joke, but this is actually legitimately impressive.
Right?
Damn it. Is the fire still going?
Yeah, but I don't think you'd be able to see it from where you're at.
Yeah, it's fun.
Morse shot Catherine Andrews into the fire.
Oh no!
I can smell it.
with
roll for it.
Narples senses.
Roll.
Yes, that's the smell of motor oil.
Roll for it. 2 again. You cannot smell it.
You cannot smell what the rock is cooking.
No, not at all.
How about now?
Dang it.
You already rolled for it. You can't just keep doing it.
I know. I was just wondering if I set up something wrong.
No.
I'm just that unlucky.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make my eggs.
And
the
you
sidewalk.
and you hear the guardian again. Narples. Kind of like a disappointed dad or something. Just kind of peering down on you.
Narples.
Yeah.
Okay. Crystals. I can't feel no crystals. Eggs.
Head north.
Eggs.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm done with this session. I'm having eggs.
Narples, head north.
Oh, so he'll tell her where to go.
I'm gonna get myself some eggs.
Hey.
There's some goddamn animals over here.
So.
There's some insane brainwaves.
Okay, so now we're gonna cut back to the university, and at this point, the professor has finished her phone call, and she rushes back into the classroom, and she's like, sorry guys, we're gonna have to put the lesson on hold today. Something big has just happened, and she turns on the TV, and it's the news. And so
Catherine Andrews is on TV. That's what she interrupted everybody about.
Bruh.
You know what? I'm gonna flip a coin for it. Hold on.
Let's see what was more popular.
All right. So, what do you guys want heads to be, and what do you guys want tails to be?
Heads is the accident.
Heads is the accident. Tails is Catherine Andrews.
Okay,
Yeah.
but what is 1 and what is 2?
One is
Or
heads.
evens or odds, or whatever you're going to determine this on.
One is heads, tails is 2. So, there you go. Okay.
Okay.
So 1 will be Catherine Andrews, 2 will be literally everything else. So let's find out.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Catherine Andrews.
It's Catherine Andrews.
I mean, Nico literally suggested the opposite, but
It's fine. I'm fine with the fail roll being Catherine Andrews.
I'm with you on this session.
but yeah, and then it.
No, you know what this tells me?
Huh?
There is some crooked lawyer dealing up there, stopping them from reporting on Rangers, and I'm okay with that.
This is absolutely great, though.
And
It's like Catherine Andrews.
this honestly
just
feels like a crack session.
Aren't they all, though?
yeah.
Like, she manipulates the media to not show like the horrible things that are happening.
No. So Professor turns on the TV, and they're like, live now impromptu concert by Catherine Andrews, and then like the professor just starts like dancing with the music, and like other students start like getting rowdy about it too. Like,
I'm paying to be here.
So Olivia Rose Tamaki, how do you all react to this?
She's not that great. My band's better.
That band I don't perform with, it's better.
We haven't had a gig lately.
Look, we're in school.
2 out of 10. How about you, Olivia? What's your reaction?
I think she was at the restaurant when I had my grand sandwich. Maybe she knows something about it.
Olivia's got one mission in life.
The Graham sandwiches are big.
At least she knows what she's about.
Right?
That's actually the course she took. It's a culinary.
Oh God.
She needs to find a way to make her own Graham sandwich.
Now, Tamaki, I want you to roll perception again. Okay.
Alright. Well, I guess I just don't matter in this session.
You're just sitting there crossed-armed like freaking Catherine Andrews. Like you're not really noticing anything else. Gonna sit here and enjoy my root beer.
No, heck that. I'm pulling out my phone.
Just tweeting about how Catherine Andrews is.
On social media, getting banned from multiple sites at once.
Okay. So, what is Tamaki checking on her phone specifically?
I guess social media, since she doesn't have anything better to do.
Okay.
She's not gonna post, she's just gonna see what's up.
Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this
Tumblr.
news roll again. And since you're the one checking the phone, you can decide what side is what for the coin.
Let's do... Tails is whatever's relevant, and heads is Catherine Andrews.
Okay, roll it.
Of course! Why would it be anything else?
So all of
It's a
social
really
media is
good
like,
lawyer.
oh my God, Catherine Andrews.
Catherine
Shuts
Andrews
phone
just-
off.
just-
Sips root beer in disgust.
Snap phone in half.
Actually, hold on. Tamaki gets a text message. Do you look at it?
Sure.
Okay, so it's from one of her bandmates, and all it says is, "Girl, Catherine Andrews is awesome. Do you see this?"
You're out of the band.
Last
Snap
read
phone
for him,
again.
53 p.m.
Snaps phone in like quartz.
Crumbles it into a ball and chucks it out the window. Freaking-
And it explodes. Because of course it does. It was a Samsung.
Yes. So all right. While you all are just like sitting there being like, "Wow, this is what we're using our class time for." All right, whatever. Like just friggin'. All right. So meanwhile, Zink, Zack, and Narples all arrive on the scene at like relatively the same time. So Zach's like, oh, hey guys, you here for the crystal?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm here to figure out how to use this fire to end this disaster.
The fire that's like 3 blocks down.
Where is the fire?
Yes.
Is it,
Where is it? I
well,
imagine it was like here.
yeah, like way down. So, wouldn't be near the university, really.
They might be able to see the smoke that from the university.
Yeah, probably, maybe.
Dang.
If it's big enough fire, they would.
Yeah. But, you know, the police and, you know, they're all starting to handle it, so the smoke's probably dying down by now. So Zach's like, so where do you guys think it is? And he's just kind of like looking around.
Well, it's a horrible concert, I can tell you that much.
And Zach just kind of looks at Narples like confused, like, like,
Oh, it's good that she's here. Ferret lady, I have a query.
What is it?
Should we rob innocent people?
yes. Zach just chimes in.
And then Zink pushes his face away. I'm not asking you.
Innocent people, but like, what of and how and what kind of innocent people?
Passed out
Everything
man
is
who was in a
secret.
car collision.
What?
A passed out man who was in a car collision who, to my knowledge, has done nothing illegal.
I would say that that would be wrong.
I thought so too. Okay.
Zach is just like, he's still just looking around. He doesn't really care.
It would be completely different if jaywalking though.
I know, right? Okay, that confirms what I was thinking. And then he just turns back to the university.
Crack session confirmed.
Is it?
But,
It basically is.
You sure Zink's supposed to be the boring one, and this is what we're getting?
yeah, but the rules. The rules.
I like how serious-
Remember
oh,
that whole meme about Tamaki can't be stopped? This is a crack session because she is thoroughly stopped.
Pretty much. Literally stopped in every regard.
I'm gonna stop you right there. I got a session to mess up.
So, alright, I gotta roll something now.
Gosh, I love how serious of a crime jaywalking is in this town.
We
Like,
just
you just
saw it
shouldn't do
nearly
it.
kill a man.
It's,
Like there was like an incredibly aggressive campaign in this city about jaywalking. It's
Blue
basically
Centurion
considered
was there.
It's basically considered worse than cancer.
Well, it should be. Do you know how many accidents jaywalking causes each year? Too many.
And to think that little kid you frickin' sent flying, he was the lucky one in all this.
I was just trying to pop a balloon that time.
But still.
Helium is toxic to human beings.
So, alright, so I rolled a 2, so the thing I was thinking might have a chance of happening, just straight up nothing. Alright, so...
Okay, Zink walks right into the building.
Okay, so...
Take that, campus security.
I mean, speaking as someone who went to college campuses, there is no security, so like...
Well, this is a university.
I went to a university, there was no security.
I went to a
Dang.
university. There was no security.
Yeah.
Let's just pretend the janitor's like, this is above my pay grade.
You know what? Yeah, sure. There's a janitor there who's like mopping the floor. He looks up, he sees a white ranger there, and he's like, not my problem. And he just like keeps mopping. Like,
Puts headphones back on.
Pretty much.
whistles.
Listening to Catherine Andrews, probably.
yeah.
Well, thankfully the
You know,
school
Nico,
is
I'm
an
starting to see why you don't like this Catherine Andrews.
The
You should
janitor
join
probably
the
has
anti-hero team.
janitor probably has headphones in and just sing Catherine Andrews out loud.
Oh,
He's-
God,
Can
no.
Tamaki like shoot a rubber band at Olivia?
Why don't you just
For
shut
no
the door?
reason? It's just... I mean, if you really want to, sure, but I'm not sure what the motivation would be.
I'll do it.
Like... Tamaki can in
It
It
fact.
snaps in my hand.
No. You go to
You hit yourself.
yeah, you go to
Yep.
fling it, but you move your wrong hand, and it just hits you square in the nose. Ah. Tamaki has all kinds of stopped this session.
She can't do anything.
It's because it's the opposite team session. She should jump ship and join us.
Apparently.
That offer
Like,
is
this
actually
is the
open.
episode that makes me go, you know what, I should probably side with those Rangers.
God,
I mean, that black one really hates Catherine Andrews.
I can get behind this. Like,
No, genuinely, you want to jump ship?
so,
At this rate, maybe.
So did Tamaki just hurt herself?
I guess.
I'm not
It's
gonna
a
have.
rubber band.
I'm not gonna have her take damage. Like, it's no.
I mean, but she hits herself.
Yeah, she does. Yes.
Oh, there he goes. Oh, what's wrong?
While blasting
Nothing.
Catherine Andrews,
Just
I don't
got a
think so.
headache.
Oh, I thought I heard like a rubber band snap.
No,
I'll show
no,
you
that
what
was Catherine
snaps.
Andrews.
That's how Catherine Andrews singing sounds.
Alright, so we got this nonsense going down. Zink's just going to be popping his head into each class one by one, looking around for the crystal.
Well, hold on. Before you do that, okay? Because I did want to do a thing, but then this happened. So I like how Rose is still just facing, like yeah. Just,
Literally nothing, just sitting here.
it's just
She's kind of busy, is the thing.
enjoying
Or
her
she's just
time.
flat. Or she's giggling herself into a coma, either or.
But anyway,
And if she didn't see any of that, I'm going to make her rewatch the archive.
both though. So okay. The three. Narples. Do you follow Zink into the university building?
Yeah, but I go like to the other side. Imagine it's pretty big.
And she has the
And-
sense not to be morphed.
Well, I am already more.
Oh.
They did say that I'm a black one.
Well, no, that was a joke that we said. But but if you want to morph, go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you. Like,
It's like,
It'll
heck
make
yeah.
your rolls better.
Yeah, sure. Why would I not? At
okay,
this point.
okay. If you really want to, go for it. Yeah. Flash, you are the Black Ranger. So we now have two morphed, and so all three enter at the same time, and so Zach's like, alright guys, I'm an expert on stuff like this. Just follow my lead and we got this.
Zink opens the door. Is there a crystal in here?
Hold on, I got a roll to see if anyone's in there.
Please be a science lab.
2, there is nobody in there. So,
Does he sense a crystal?
roll it.
I mean, you say roll it, but I mean, is there like even the faintest ping?
9. No, but you can definitely tell that it's somewhere in this building.
Okay, he closes the door, moves on to the next room. Is there a crystal in here?
And Zach's like, man, whatever. And so, fine. And so Zach then starts like doing a sneaky walk, like a really exaggerated one, like down a different hallway.
Zink, not even looking at him, points at the camera, which is clearly in the like top corner of the entrance hall.
And then Zach's like, bro, I do this all the time. It's fine. So, and watch, this'll work. And all Zach does is just put his hood on. See, I got this. And he just keeps going.
So, crystal?
Hello, Crystal. Crystal broke. Inexcusable. Have a terrible week.
What is
Inexcusable.
Narples doing in all
King's
this?
Pillar.
God.
Well, what I am doing is I'm gonna go to let's see. I'm gonna go to like the cafeteria and places like that.
Okay, so you split off from them two then. You go down a different
Yeah.
direction.
Well, she went
Yeah.
in a completely separate entrance, too.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be searching cafeterias and other facilities like that.
Okay. So
Okay, so if anything happens, let me know when I get back. I'm grabbing dinner real quick.
Okay. It's time for Ask a Ranger.
A lawyer stands next to a shelf with books. The books are very wide. They have eaten too many words.
Have you been hurt in an accidental car? Has the government sold your lungs without asking nicely? Are you mesothelioma? Answer me!
The lawyer opens a briefcase. It's full of lemons, the justice fruit only lawyers may touch.
If so, you can act entitled for money. I'll help. I graduated from law school and all my teachers were bitten by dogs.
Words scroll across the bottom of the screen. These are cases the lawyer takes. Unfair stabbing. Illegal shoes. Music too Canadian. Sue the rain. Divorce your toilet. Fake sons.
I have been a lawyer for over 35 weekends, and I'm currently dating the Bill of Rights for fun.
We see the Bill of Rights. It's in love. The lawyer will break its heart. There's nothing we can do.
Let me use it to send your asbestos to court. I will wear 2 suits, and I promise to steal the judge's gavel for you.
The lawyer opens up the jacket of his first suit. Millions of gavels pour out. His promise has worth.
My clients never go to jail town.
We see his past clients. A tornado, and a tornado.
Remember, you don't pay any money unless you pay us money. Call for a free use of phone.
The phone digits appear. It's your social security number.
I had Olivia roll for something and got a 6. Alright?
Oh no.
And Olivia, your grand slamwich sense is tingling.
Yes! Finally!
So
Now she starts to transform.
She's just, looking at her phone, and all of a sudden she's like, there's a grand
I sense a disturbance in the
I sense a disturbance in the force.
I sense the disturbance in the slices of bread.
yes. And so you feel like some way, somehow, in this very building, you will get what you've long been seeking for.
Yes!
So what are you gonna do now that you're full of this feeling?
Okay, hey, Olivia, is class still going on?
No.
Okay.
I mean, the concert is still, like, everyone's still watching the concert, but class is technically over.
Alright, she gets up, and starts, she gets out of class, and uses her grand sense.
Sorry guys, sandwich
Tingling.
emergency.
She keeps going that direction, but if it's not in that direction, she goes the other direction.
Okay, so she dashes down the
Goes
hall.
in a direction until she finds sandwich.
Rose, Tamaki, what are you two up to? What do you do? Like, I assume you notice Olivia just, like, suddenly jolt up and just, like, bolt out the door.
Whatever.
Just gonna keep sitting here.
I have a feeling if I sit here for long enough, something will happen that I might actually like.
What about you, Rose? What are you gonna do? I just keep spacing out, enjoy the music. As everyone keeps going their separate ways, Zink keeps frickin' poking his head in, and he's terrifying some people. Sometime when he does this, and then immediately like closes the door without really thinking about it.
He's a little more descriptive after the first room. He's like, okay, it's 4-pointed, literally shaped like a crystal, should be white. Don't stare into it.
And each time, everyone just kind of stares at him like a gape.
So that's a no. All right.
And so then eventually, Olivia just like dashes straight past him. Like, she ain't stopping for nothing. She's on a mission.
And you have like the sound effect of like a racing car.
Yes. And now Zink gets up to this
Hold on.
classroom.
Wait a sec.
Huh.
He's gonna have to sidebar.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
He thrusts his arm right in front of her. Does she keep running?
You
I
can roll.
hope she gets to a stop.
You can roll it if you want, Troy.
Okay.
She doesn't stop. Her throat is destroyed.
No.
She does perfect limbo.
It depends on what he rolls.
Like, if he's trying to get around Zink, then Zink's gonna...
Oh god.
Oh no. Okay, so she's running. He puts his arm out, and then she like goes like chest first into his arm and just like rubber bands back like across the freaking hallway, like like.
No running. Yeah, no running in the halls.
Rest in pieces.
Didn't hit her.
He still caused that.
Okay, look.
Does Livy just get knocked out now, like last time?
Roll for it.
Roll it. Yeah, roll it.
It's like, what if that were somebody else in the hall? The same thing would have happened.
3. Okay. She's winded, so she's gonna be like on her butt for a minute, but like she's not like out cold. Yeah.
Okay,
this is so reminding me of this one episode of Excel Saga,
Oh god.
where they force a bunch of guys to be Power Rangers until they do enough good deeds. So they get really lazy and like really minor good deeds just to get the counter going.
Yeah, but Zink's doing this for free.
Okay, so
Go
now
back to the classes.
yeah, Zink pokes his head in and looks at the class and now this is that biology class that has the concert playing. Zink, what do you do?
Well, it's Catherine Andrews, right?
Yes.
Okay, Zink walks up and turns off the TV.
You know what? You're pretty alright for a Power Ranger. Gotta say.
Her music is soulless. Do not be deceived. Now, on to business. Has anybody seen a small white crystal, 4-pointed? Do not stare into it.
Oh, by the way, when the TV was turning off, you could see like for a moment, like when the power was leaving,
Demon face?
like a really dysmorphed face of Catherine Andrews just disappearing into
It just kind of morphs like Gygus from Earthbound.
Oh god.
yeah.
And
You
if you
see
looked
for a
really
split
close, you could
second.
see the caption, "Let me speak to your manager."
You can see her eyes melting. It's like a shriek.
Like you could, like her face melts away, leaving off just like shriveled skin.
God.
That happens whenever she's on TV and you turn it off. In the meantime,
Okay, so this White Ranger just walked in and was like, "Hey, anyone seen this friggin' magic glowy rock?" So Tamaki Rose.
Pointed, if you stare into it, your eyes may burn and you may see into infinity.
Don't know anything. Hey, what is a Power Ranger doing here anyways? What the heck?
It just now hits Tamaki. Wait a minute.
Okay, you hear audible cranking as Zink tilts his head like a dog. Because he is that perplexed. I just told you what I was looking for.
I
have an
realized
autograph. So in the middle of your conversation, Rose is like, "Ooh," and grabs like a piece of paper and like a pen and just goes up to this White Ranger and is like, "Can I have your autograph?"
Okay, he signs it in his alien language.
It's moon runes.
Now he is actively tracing out the shape of the crystal for the rest of the class that's ignoring him. Look, it's shaped like this, very small, smaller than your tiny finger. I don't know what they call them on humans. I mean, what's the rest of the class's reaction to this?
They're all still just staring agape. Meanwhile, Rose is like, "Nice autograph," and so she takes it and like I guess scurries back to her desk or something. I don't know.
So they don't care that he turned off Catherine Andrews.
They're all just staring at him like wide-eyed, like what the like.
Well, he looks at the teacher. Are they like this normally?
Oh, now I gotta roll something.
I don't understand the education system here.
Oh no! Oh
The teacher wets himself and dies.
Also wide-eyed.
no! No, okay. The teacher. She
Was the crystal all along?
no. She stares at him and then Zink asks the questions like, "Is this normal?" And then she like has this flash in her brain about like the reports about a White Ranger being a menace, and then she starts to scream, which causes everyone else in the class to start panicking.
Okay, Zink raises his hands off to the side. He's going to clap.
Okay.
Okay, not a sonic boom.
So he claps real hard, and some of the students they shut up. Other ones they rush for the door, like they want out of it.
Okay, that's fine. He has the attention of the others. Now again, tracing it in the air. 4 points. It's a crystal. White. See, these three are the only ones who have answered me.
2. Olivia's gone. You chucked her across.
I wasn't talking about Olivia. I was talking about the teacher. Like, he screamed in response. That was something.
Rosa.
Yeah, there's been a whole lot of nothing. A strange whole lot of nothing going on here, so...
And then Zink just walks right out the door. Probably through the crowd.
So...
I'm going to just kind of, like, in my head be like, hey, Guardian, that's a Power Ranger. I've never seen that Power Ranger before. Who is that?
Perhaps it's one of those Rangers we saw on the news before. You may do as you see fit, Tamaki.
Alright. I got something that I've been cooking up for the past few weeks that I think will finally come in handy. Can I finally have my invisibility?
I never said you couldn't, so, like, yeah, go for it.
Alright. Walk out the classroom, make sure Zink's not looking at me. Go invisible.
Sheerly for comedic effect, though. I'm gonna let you have your invisibility, alright?
Sure.
But I'm gonna say this in exchange.
What?
You walk out, and man, you are just hankering for another pop right now.
You're gonna make me buy another soda.
Yeah.
Alright, so since I'm going to go invisible and that's my morphed ability, can I roll 2d6 on the soda machine?
Yes, go for it.
And this is to go even further beyond. Rolls a selection that wouldn't be possible.
I get one of the common right.
9. Okay, so
Wait,
what specifically was she aiming for?
I don't know. Apparently, she was just feeling really thirsty at the time. So
Okay, so
look, it's the melon lock seed in the soda belt. How'd this come out?
no, better plan.
maybe she's just like so fed up with Catherine Andrews. She just doesn't care and like doesn't even bother to aim. She just presses like 5 buttons at once.
Just jams her finger through one of the buttons because she's a Power Ranger.
It's actually pure vodka.
So okay, so the pop machine starts to like rattle like violently. Okay, and
Right.
and then
Yeah, they don't even have.
Turns into Megazord.
no, and then it like
Oh,
stops.
sweet.
It like stops, right? And so it just sits there for a minute, like doesn't dispense anything, whatever. And then
Okay.
suddenly, you can't really see what, but something like spits out at like Mach 2, like off in a random direction from this pop machine. So
It hits it hits Olivia while she was just getting back from the
Olivia, roll a d6.
Yeah.
Oh my god. If it misses her, can we see if it hits Catherine Andrews?
No, she's too far away. 2. Oh,
I
no.
mean, it's going in Mach 2. It will probably go out through the wall.
So Olivia like gets conscious and she's like, "All right, I'm off to get my," and then just donk.
Just knocked out by a can of Monster Energy Zero Ultra.
Yeah, Olivia is more depressing than Miss Sosa from Pani Pony Dad.
Olivia not allowed to do anything.
I know that feeling.
Just be glad your windpipe wasn't crushed.
Better. Olivia is the squirrel from Ice Age.
Oh God. He just wants his frickin' acorn. Let him have it. Meanwhile, we're gonna cut to Narples. What's she doing right now?
Well, I'm searching through the facilities, and currently it seems like there is nobody here. So I have free reign to check everything without being interrupted. I have previously rolled for searching, and it was an 8, but she never did anything with that roll. So yeah.
Well, that's why I brought it up, because now I'm gonna. You said Narples was doing her crystal sense thing, right?
Yes, she's searching for the crystal and ingredients for a Molotov cocktail.
Well,
So, sorry to interrupt you again, but I need to like the bathroom real bad. So, I'm just assumed I keep following Zink this entire time and not trying to let my invisibility drop at all. Like, I'll spend charges on this just to keep my invisibility up.
okay.
The only thing we can see is a floating can of soda.
No, she didn't even get that.
Take any soda.
She didn't even get that.
And not
Yeah, but it would've been
Olivia
fun.
But yeah, BRB.
Okay. Narples, your crystal sense goes way off, and it points you in a specific direction,
Oh,
and it is towards where Zink is.
he was the crystal all along.
No. Up to you. Do you want to go towards it, or?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so you start heading that way, and you also, as you're heading that way, you see more and more students are running out in a panic in this university,
Do
okay?
I see Olivia?
Well, you're just heading there, so no, because she was further down. Not yet, anyway, you will later, but, like, and so now, meanwhile, with Zach, because of all the commotion that's been caused, he's taking advantage. Alright, he is, like, sweet, and he's just looting whatever he can get his frickin' hands on. He's stuffing everything in his pockets, his hoodie, all that stuff, in his socks. You know, he's having a field day. He's like, yeah. So, and he's like, no one can stop me either, finally. And so, yeah, he's not too concerned. Like, he is still looking for the crystal, but he's getting his fill, you know. So, Zink, what are you doing right now?
He's still going room to room, just hoping for a ping on the crystal radar.
And you feel it extremely close by.
Okay, he goes towards it.
I need you to roll another perception check.
He will walk straight through a wall to avoid doing that, you know?
Yeah, I know, but trust me, there's a reason. 8. You come across the unconscious Olivia.
Shake.
Olivia, roll to see if you wake up.
Figure it out later.
Alright, so Olivia,
Adapted.
it takes her a sec, but she comes to. And you guys go ahead and roleplay this out real quick.
Okay, he takes
just-
her earbuds out. Crystal, 4 sides, white.
Grand Sandwich. Do you know where it is?
Oh god.
There's one near here.
I asked first.
I don't know what. I haven't seen the crystal, but have you seen this Grand Sandwich? I've been looking for it forever. Since
Okay, she hasn't seen it. He just picks her up and moves her while she's
And
sitting on it.
I'm just keep yelling at him, where is it?
And is Zink just ignoring her?
I just asked you a very pertinent question as to whether or not she does the ping follow.
Yeah. Okay. You don't see the crystal where she was, like, laying. But you still feel like this crystal is, like, pretty much where you're at. Like, super close by.
Okay, so I guess it's her obsession. Okay, arms aside, I'm gonna pat you down.
Do you...
Why?
do you...
It's very likely you're being influenced by a crystal.
Really? Why do you think that?
Slamwich, slamwich, slamwich. Anyway, arms aside.
She agrees.
And he pats her down. Where is it?
Alright, so as he begins to start, right?
And this is police procedure, pat down. That's some creepy, weird one.
I know that, okay.
I'm making it clear that he knows that too.
Yeah.
But so as he is about to start this, a different familiar feeling washes over. Okay?
Mm.
And I'm not gonna have you guys roll for this because you'd have to be blind to not see it. Okay. The walls, the ceiling, the floor, they all start to turn black.
And Zink proceeds with the pat down.
He doesn't care. So
Gets the crystal.
how does Olivia react to this though?
I asked the ranger, do you know what's happening to the walls right now?
Yeah, they're looking for the crystal. It's better that I get it first.
Oh.
Pat.
What happens if they get the crystal?
Oh, they make another giant monster. Let's not do that.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll help you find this crystal then. If it...
Okay, so Olivia, now I need you to roll a d6 for me. 2. Okay. So as Olivia's okay, well I guess that makes sense. A blob rises up from the floor, right next to her, right? And it these things don't have phases, but if they did, this thing would be staring right at her, face to face. Okay. Now how are you feeling, Olivia?
Ranger dude, could you help me with this?
Has he found the crystal yet?
No, he hasn't.
He just puts her over his shoulder. Okay, we'll do this elsewhere. He hops over the puddle and just runs out the front door.
Well, hold on. We're deep in the university right now, okay? So, Tamaki, are you back?
I mean, yes.
Okay, so you see this kind of go down, and then you see this White Ranger just kind of flip this civilian over his shoulder, and he turns around. What do you do?
She's not resisting.
I'm going to assume that he's doing the Power Ranger thing of getting the civilian out of danger.
Okay.
So
Well,
I'm
there's
just
a way to put it.
so I'm a chill. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
I'm a chill. I already got your money. He starts to hoof it. Tamaki, I guess, follows. It's at this point, too, that with Zach and Narples, their parts of the building are starting to get eaten as well. So, Zach's reaction is just kind of oh, man. And so then the Guardian then tunes in to Tamaki. And he goes, what's going on down there, Tamaki? I sense the parasites are nearby.
Oh, they are. Apparently, there's a Chronos crystal around here, or at least that's what I'm guessing, based on established patterns. Why didn't you give me the heads up?
I couldn't sense it. I told you, my powers are still weak.
Since when can you not sense crystal? I know you keep saying that. My powers, I can't. But this is the one thing you usually can do. What's up? What's your gig?
And then the Guardian responds, Tamaki, let me ask you, do you know everything going on in your city at once at any given time?
No, but I'm also not the omnipotent one here.
Yes, neither am I right now.
Okay, so explain why there's a ranger running around looking for a crystal then.
Perhaps he learned about it secondhand. Nico wants to intervene at this point, so yeah, I'll say Narples then shows up here.
I want to get to the place where Olivia was with Zink.
Yes.
And because that's where the radar was leading.
Yes.
And then I'm like, oh no, this is horrible. and I go and pick up the soda can. Somebody dropped this on the ground and didn't even drink it.
Can I see this going on at all? Like, is this like right down the hall or?
Yeah, it's like literally right
Such
behind
a
you.
waste.
Okay, addendum. There are multiple Power Rangers here. Like,
Hmm.
And then I do like the soda commercial thing where I try to drink it, but because I have the helmet on,
just pour it into one of the breathing holes.
No, it just goes all down the helmet.
oh, it got into my nose.
But okay, so and then you're like, all right, there are multiple here. What the crap? And so the Guardian then goes, then that must definitely be the other Rangers we saw. Tamaki, do not let them have that crystal if it is in fact there.
So you're not giving me answers, so I'll go find my own then. I'll drop invisibility. Hey, White Ranger.
What?
Sorry to interrupt. Hey there, guys. This is Dreamsword from the future here. So there's going to be a giant chunk of this episode missing because upon review of it, it's a very long, very boring, and very dumb sequence that not many of us actually ended up liking, myself included. It's full of a lot of mistakes I made as a GM, full of a lot of out-of-character moments that the players made. It's just not interesting and not very fun for us all around. If you want to see that entire fest and just want to facepalm at all the dumb stuff we did and the mistakes we made during that, it'll still be in the Twitch VOD. So instead, I will just...
And so from the outside, you then see as this whole building starts to crumble. Meanwhile, I will say that Zach has long since been out. He's hiding. Like, just keeping an eye on things, right? And
Right.
just observing as the Grey Ranger.
while hunting for the crystal, help each other out. And Zink and Tamaki, when they're on their own, decide that they should keep in touch and talk more because they both feel that something is strange about the whole situation going on, and they don't want to just talk, or rather, they don't want to just shoot first, ask questions later, and they agree to keep in touch and do their own investigating at a later date. So yeah, that's the short version of all that happens. It's all you really need to know for the rest of the episode. That's it. Thanks.
I'm also going to establish here that Rose made it out safe thanks to the help of Narples, because Nico did say Narples was helping people get out here. So,
And I would assume Rose wasn't just staring at a melting wall.
yeah, like... So,
It's like an Escher painting.
yeah. Zink, you said you went back deeper into the building, right?
Back to where he originally felt the strongest ping, so I guess he just leapt up through the floor.
Yeah. Okay.
Crash.
So, this is about the only section of the building left standing right now, okay?
Hmm.
Narples is there, because she's still checking to see if there's anyone in the building. Alright?
Okay.
And so, Black Ranger, and she's like, Zink, what are you still doing here? Get out of here, man.
Crystal.
Oh. Yeah. And so, I'm gonna have her roll 4. And she's like, I don't know, man. I looked up and down. I can't find it anywhere.
Don't worry, I've got special eyes.
8. Okay, much better. You sense it now coming off Narples. Like, actually from her.
He just picks her up and leaps out the window.
Come here. And then Narples totally misinterprets this. She's like, oh my gosh, Zink is saving me. Like, so,
Dude, I'll take the good press.
so, okay. You hop out the opposite way, so, like, you would hop out over here, basically.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so Olivia's over here, Tamaki's over here now, all that. I'm gonna leave the parasites here just as kind of representation, but, like,
That the building is gone.
yeah, pretty much. Like, so they're not actually there, so, like, don't try and, like, fight them or something, alright?
I don't do that until they amass.
So, yeah, just representation there.
And so Narples pretty blatantly has it on her person, yes?
Yes, like, I will say as GM definitively it's on her somewhere.
Okay, Zink puts her down. Guardian Shazam her.
And then Narple's like, wait, what? And then poof. So,
I think, and Zink's just patting his hands. Okay, that's technically my acquisition.
The Guardian then goes, I got it, Zink. Good work. So Narples is poofed away. And since Nico's not here, we're just going to say that she's poofed away for a good while on other business. I'm just going to put her over there for right now.
She does Netflix or goes home after it gets taken from her.
Pretty much. So,
Wait, I had that? Yep, bye.
pretty much, yeah. You're like, ah. And again, I'm just kind of taking over because story we've discussed, even though roles have kind of prevented it for longer than it should have. But,
Should have. It was a funny dumpster fire.
yeah, so you're like, a job well done, all in a day's work, doing like the stereotypical hero thing, right?
We did it, Patrick. We've saved the city.
Yeah.
Screaming fire.
Yeah, kinda.
Well, sort of. He's just standing there. Yeah, I saved someone.
He's like,
Whoa.
feeling good. And so then he gets a tap on the shoulder. And it's a bit of an older woman, and she's like, hey, yeah, hi.
You're supposed to evacuate.
I need you to roll knowledge. Remember, you get a +2.
Okay, don't worry. I also re-roll on these.
Yeah,
So it was +3 at the finish or +2?
+2.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, Kimberly, what are you doing here?
Yeah, and Kimberly's like, oh, hey, wow, you actually know who I am. Cool.
I know everybody. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I kind of got word of what you've been kind of doing around town, and I'm here to give you a few pointers.
Uh-huh.
See, you kind of left half the city in a mess, and she like points behind her, and there's like chaos erupting. People like police are still swarming everywhere, rescue workers, etc.
I
Like,
did no such thing. I saved a man from a broken car and turned over a jaywalker.
yeah, but you also kind of struck fear in the hearts of everyone here. It's not good. You might
Why
want.
were they afraid of me? All I did was ask about a crystal.
Yeah, but you did it in a really not very nice way. Let's put it that way.
How would you be nicer when asking? I didn't demand anything.
Yeah, but you also sent a little boy skyrocketing. Did you know he had to go to the doctor after that?
Well, that one was an accident. I just wanted to pop the balloon. Helium is toxic for human beings.
Yeah, but that's only if they breathe it in directly, not just if they're, near it in a balloon.
Yes, but if it started to leak, where's it going to leak from? The lower end, right into his face.
And
You shouldn't be carrying around toxins in a floaty rubber pack. It's just dangerous. It's foolish. It's like carrying fire.
And-
Somewhere in the distance, Ryan sneezes.
kinda.
Incidentally, helium is also flammable.
And then there's also how you kind of brutally assaulted that guy. I mean, he was jaywalking, sure, but that's kind of overboard, man.
I was as gentle as I could be, which is not a lie.
I was as gentle as RNG had demanded of me.
All I'm saying is you're not really making a good name for yourself. I don't know if you've seen the news lately.
Well,
But-
I tried my best.
You're not doing a very good job. Here, you want me to show you?
It sounds to me like you're saying you stop me do.
I'm just here to help a fellow ranger out.
Okay, show me how you stop a jaywalker.
And so then
And
she
we spent 3 hours waiting for a jaywalker in this heavily policed city.
no, and she goes, well, all right, it's morphin' time, and she actually it's pterodactyl. So she's morphed into Mighty Morphin Pink, and she drags you away, just like I did for Warren. We now are, again, as if this were a show, we would have a montage here, right? Where
Zink horrifically mangling people
no,
inadvertently.
kinda, and then Pink runs up to wag her finger at him, basically, and be like, no, do it like this, right? So
I cannot help being strong.
So-
You're all too fleshy.
So, why did I give Pink 400 charges? I don't remember doing
You
that.
didn't. I had an extra $0 stats.
Why?
I did that hours ago. You never noticed. That was the second thing.
Okay. Well,
Hey, look, she's first gen. It's fine.
yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it. Sure. So,
She's just good.
she's
I
just
mean,
that good.
Let me give you something a bit firmer than that. In her civilian form, she had 10 energy to use.
Yeah,
What do you think would happen when she morphed?
yeah. So yeah, we get this montage. They run around. They help repair things around town. They, pick up litter. They do a bunch of like goody stuff, right?
Okay,
So,
but what happened to that dude Zink laid out on the concrete?
Medics got him. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so I did one good thing. Take it.
So as they go around, more and more people start to like warm up to this White Ranger, right? So
But not the gray one.
well, they've never seen the. Well, no, they have seen the gray one, but no, not him, not the black one, not the green one, not any of the other ones.
Villain with good publicity, slowly but surely.
Yeah, kinda. So, and then after this montage, she's like, "There, you see? That wasn't so bad, was it?"
Adjusting force is incredibly difficult.
Well, yeah, but you know what also would maybe help?
A pair of tweezers.
If you didn't stay morphed all the time. I don't know if you've noticed, but our outfits kind of multiply our strength by quite a lot.
No, you don't understand. And now, as we know, and this is not in character,
Uh-huh.
Zink is a terrifying Iron Man suit.
Yeah, kinda.
This is actually far less frightening. And that's knowing aliens are on Earth.
Yeah.
So, like, he unmorphs and he is this horrifying 7-foot-tall Goliath with an unchanging, menacing face.
And so, okay, so he unmorphed.
And I think she'll take my point.
No. She just looks at you and she's like, "Nice steel," and she just kind of like pokes it a little bit.
Glower.
And she's like, "Is that why you're doing this? Are you afraid of people rejecting you or something?"
No, people tend to scream much more when I'm not morphed. It's not a rejection thing.
Well, have you met anyone who hasn't? I like to.
assume we're-
I'll leave this totally up to you, but I like to imagine he just flashes to like Zach like bugging him and then going, "Nope, nobody." Like just
No. He's going a bit more simplistic than that because it's like non-supernatural, non-ranger. Because otherwise he'd be able to go like, yeah, too. But no. Normal human beings, he's pantomiming sitting on a chair right now as he thinks. So it's like he's just balancing on one leg. Yeah. No, not normal humans, no.
Well,
In fact, the city is stunningly intolerant.
well, hey, things are getting better every day. I mean, if you didn't notice, there are aliens commonplace now. Heck, even in this city.
They were supposed to be commonplace over a decade ago.
Well, humans take time to adjust. You just gotta believe in them. It's fine.
It's hard to believe in an intolerant species.
Oh, just give them a chance. Things take time to change, but they are changing for the better every day, and that's what we Rangers are to fight for. I'm just saying consider it, okay?
Is there a tree nearby?
Roll it.
I mean, I'm guessing they're like in the park or something.
Well, no, it's 1d6 because you're unmorphed.
Oh, right.
I'll just drop the
Just-
2. Yeah.
Yeah, take the 6.
Yeah, so... You know what? Yeah, let's just say they're in the middle of the town park. Why not? So yeah, there's a tree nearby.
And there's some grass and stuff.
Yeah.
Harutan, what do you think?
Roll another d6.
I gotta fix this for him, y'all. Hold on.
2. And then you just no response. Like at all. Like,
Not even a gentle breeze.
nope, nothing. Just blank. Like,
Well, the personification of nature doesn't really have an opinion on this, so I'll have to think it up myself.
and
He says this in character.
yeah, I know. And Kim is just not phased. Like she's heard this all before, clearly. So
We met TJ once.
yeah, so she's like, yeah, there are a lot of Rangers who fight for a lot of different things, and as long as you're fighting for the good of everyone, it should be fine. It'll all work out in the end. So
It didn't work out for that building.
yeah, well, that's unfortunately part of the job. And she's like, man, wait till you get your Zord. Like, whew, they have nice stereos though.
No, they don't.
Yeah, my pterodactyl Zord has one.
Okay, Pterodactyl Zord notwithstanding, I have seen the inside of many, many Zord. Radio system is the closest it gets. There has been no stereo.
Oh,
There's not even a disc slot.
oh, believe me, they all have nice stereo.
We
so,
don't all have a Billy.
so, and so then she's like, and plus two, you gotta understand that walking around in your uniform is kind of intimidating, especially with your recent reputation. And hey,
Shouldn't it be the opposite because Rangers are a beacon of hope?
and she's like, well, we've had Rangers in the past who weren't so nice. So
I saw their suits. They didn't look anything like
in,
mine.
in the distance, Trek sneezes.
kinda. So
No, but I assume she's talking about the evil Rangers, and it's like, yeah, their suits looked really cheap and unlike ours at all.
and
They
and
have
Kim
putty face.
and Kim is like ignoring you like halfway, right? And she's like, and hey, you know, I had friends who grew up getting rejected by others, and they managed to find their own way. So, and then Kim goes, and do you know why all that is?
Because you're human.
No, because we did our part. And so then it's at this point that that building that is now a giant tar pit, all of that goop starts to come together and form into a new shape. I'm just gonna put it right here for the sake of simplicity. Again, this map is not like literally one for
Well,
one,
hold on,
so
hold
like
on.
whatever, huh?
Move them, and he's where the building used to be.
Okay, but he's also gonna grow in a sec. So
That's fine. I know how to make tokens stretch.
so and now I
Yeah,
need
like
to
that.
and I need to adjust his
Big
stats
boy.
because this is just like the Cosmic team fought once. This is
Beef.
Super McBeefy, and because we
Oh,
got
Big,
entire
McLarge, huge.
yeah, so then yeah, Kim's like, whoa, that's not good. So
Yeah, we see these in town.
wanna take care of this?
Morph.
So yeah, in a flash of light, you are now White Ranger, and it's at this time that Narples is poofed down as well.
Well, while she's being poofed down, Zink's just like pointing at himself. You see, this is far less intimidating.
But it doesn't have to be. And so
You what? Boy, one could press as a ranger or not.
so then Zach runs so then
Yeah, see, this is the guy who was trying to rob the dude I saved.
and so Zach runs up and he's like, we got a more important matter at hand, and he just kind of points at the Giganto over there.
Yeah, it's big. Anyway, you see, this is the guy who was trying to rob the dude I saved from the car.
So okay.
I thought I did something proper that time.
so now I guess everyone rolls initiative.
Question.
Okay,
What's up?
This thing is massive. Can I see it?
Roll it. 7. Okay, so what you say here will determine how this 7 goes, okay, Tom? So, after, you know, that whole thing, the building got eaten, and as far as you know, like, all those other Rangers, they disappeared. Just, they're gone, right? And then, you know, the day passed, you didn't see him again, all that.
I didn't know the whole day passed.
Well, not literally the whole day, but, like, a good amount of time, okay?
Hours.
Yeah. So what would Tamaki do after, like, let's say, like, I don't know, like 5 minutes of, like, there not being Rangers there?
I guess I would be like following the trail, like as things updated, to be like, okay, so he was just here and now he's over there, and I'm basically just trying to catch up with this guy because, like I said, unfinished business.
Tells kid he's terrible at soccer. Pink convinces him to help him with soccer.
I'm gonna say yes, you see this monster rise up, but you're a decent distance away from where it is, so it's gonna take you a minute to, like, get there. I'll say 2 turns. Now, Gigantoman Parasite lets out a grand old Godzilla roar. Puts his hand forward, right? And then spikes shoot out from his hand all over the 4 of you because you're all grouped up. So it fans out and covers the whole area, hitting all 4 of you. And in classic Power Rangers fashion, like, sparks start to fly. Kim is just like, oh, man. And then, like, again, if this were a show, it would be at this point that, like, the lighting on the footage changes, and she looks around, and she's like, ah, man, feels good to be back.
Angel Grove, not again.
And Zach just looks at you both confused. He's like, what are you guys talking about? What?
You wouldn't understand.
So, oh, okay.
You just wouldn't get it.
Sure.
Tatakai intensifies.
So then Zach's like, alright, Beastie, let's do this. And he jumps up and he tries to deliver a flying kick to this thing's, like, leg, since it's so much, bigger than he is. Okay, so he's like, alright, yeah, and then he just gets swatted aside into, like, a nearby wall. And he's like, oh, ow. And so now, Zink, it's your move.
Okay, so you know how King's power has always been vertical?
Yeah.
He puts his two hands together and aims at the beast.
Okay, so then Kim grabs his hand and is like, whoa, hold on.
He's aiming away from the buildings, don't worry. He's aiming at its head, which is towering above.
Well, you said he aimed it vertical, so...
No, I said King's power is usually vertical.
Or horizontal, rather, like straightforward. So
that's why I corrected it.
Well,
it's comparative.
Well, let me do this character moment, okay? So she grabs him, he's like, whoa, hold on, and then all she does is she just, like, nudges his hands up, like, slightly. Like...
I know, I was going to.
Just making sure.
So he's now surging with outrageous amounts of power. Boom.
All 10 charges at once. Okay, so roll 12d6.
King's power straight through him.
Yeah, so you blow off, like, his head and shoulders, which then slowly start to reform. But yeah, you definitely did some damage.
And it's sizzling. Shame about any of the satellites in space.
So
it's like, those shots from the DBZ games where they show the beam colliding off the Earth?
Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of how it went. And so Narples is then like, wow, here, maybe I can make this better. And so she begins to sing. Oh no!
Oh yeah.
Oh no!
Everybody gets -1.
Everybody, including the big O boy, gets -1 die now.
That's okay, the actual matchup hasn't really changed.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna put this symbol on everybody so we remember. Yeah, she starts to sing something. She starts to do the recorder version of Wrecking Ball, basically. Now it's Kim's turn. I'm gonna go ahead and have her use 10 charges. She calls out Power Bow, and her bow forms. She draws an arrow and fills it with energy. Aims it to shoot straight through the chest of this guy. So okay, 42 damage. You guys basically both blew this thing clean in half. Like,
yeah, but the thing's just like, I hit him harder.
I did better.
Hey, I did more damage.
So, alright, we're now back to Parasite's turn. There's still civilians relatively nearby. Okay. One person is just, like, calling out for help. They're dangling from a building that is partially crumbled from the spikes that shot off earlier.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. And, so now, then Kim turns to Zink and goes, Zink, come on.
It's not my turn.
I'm basically motioning for an intervening action, essentially.
So this is a free action.
It's an intervening action, but like...
So you're telling me Zink just jumps up the turn order and gets burned for this turn, yes?
If you decide to do it, yes.
Okay. Okay, so let's make this flashy. Can I burn some HP to use a charge?
No.
But no, it's to save the guy. It's heroic. I mean, it's life reserves, so... Go on, it's one charge. I'm not doing damage.
Okay, I say... take off, like... 5 of your life, I guess.
Oh, that's it? I was gonna go 10 for 1.
Nah. I'll go easy on you. Go 5.
Okay, he encases the dude in like a light shield, so even if he slams to the ground, it's just gonna bounce.
And so the guy then gets startled, and he, lets go. And like you said, he crashes to the ground, but like he's fine. Like the shield takes it.
Tink, tink, and then he just rolls away. Troy's gone.
Yeah.
I'd like to think he runs away like he's in a hamster ball.
Kinda, yeah. He's like, thanks, I think. And he just like rolls away. So then Zach just kind of looks at Zink, kind of surprised. He's like, huh.
Threshold.
Like, and then Narples, meanwhile, like, she's still singing, but she's happy, right? She's like, yay. So, yeah, so now the parasite picks up the top of a nearby building. Zach got knocked away, so he's not in range of it, but yeah, you three are still near each other, so he just chucks it at you three.
Since I intervened, can I just have Zink stand in front of them too?
Sure, why not?
I'll catch this building with my face.
God. To help with defense, I'm gonna have Kim use another 10 charges. So yeah, chucks the building at you. And then Kim fires off another arrow. And unless this is somehow like the most catastrophic roll in history, so...
No, she literally can't fail it.
Yeah, so... She's like, yeah, no need to go that far, and she just fires off another arrow, which in turn, the arrow splits this rooftop, like, clean in half. And it just falls. And it just falls to the ground. Now it's Zach's turn. Then he focuses his energies a little bit, and he forms his longsword. Then he rushes forward, and I'm going to have him use 2 charges to ignite the blade of his sword with his aura. And he leaps up for a mighty slash. He's attempting to take this thing's arm off, or one of its arms off, rather. He does manage to cut through it somewhat, but it's definitely not cleaving through. He, like, gets a little ways in, and then he, like, gets stopped, and he's like, oh no. Like, because now he's...
Oh no, crude oil.
Like, he's stuck in this thing's shoulder. In the spirit of Nico, I'm gonna have Narples now expel 3 charges to shoot some dark tentacles out, to A, grab Zach and pull him out, and B, pierce this thing's halfway cut-through shoulder. Narples succeeds. Zach is yanked back while one of the arms of this thing is cleaved off, and it starts to fall to the ground. Kim then notices another dumb civilian who's, walking around. Is about to get flattened, and she dashes. I'm gonna have her sacrifice her turn to dash forward and save this guy. And so then, she grabs him and she's like, alright, get to safety, and like, the guy runs off. Now that we've done 2 full things, Tamaki, you arrive on the scene.
Since I arrive on the scene, but I'm clearly not first in the initiative order, like... Can we say that I actually arrive when it's my turn?
Yeah, sure.
Actually, we might as well just give him top of the initiative here.
Sure.
I guess I'm just running in, and I'm just trying to size up the situation as best I can while I'm, like, getting to the objective. Like, my first instinct is just, big monster. Must stop.
Punch.
So, I'm gonna summon my weapon, do big leap in the air, put a couple of charges behind the swing, and just try to cleave through, like, whatever weak point I first...
So you succeed in your venture. So Zach calls out to Zink, and he's like, looks like we got another problem here now.
And that would be...
That's one of the other rangers I told you about.
Yeah. She was in the building.
And then Zach's like, wait, she was?
You what, mate?
Like...
Yeah, she gave me the crystal and said we could work on things together.
As they're bickering, more spikes shoot down that I'm just gonna say they dodge, because, like, But, like, so, Zink, it's your turn now. What's up?
Well, I burn more life, but I don't think I'm allowed to do that.
No.
You sure? Because I go straight down to 4 HP.
Yeah, I know you would. No.
No, it's okay. I'll really bank on my defensive ability.
No.
No, she's still singing, so that's horrible.
Yes.
He just kind of reaches down, forms his bow, and swipes up at the thing's leg. I'm not eating.
Yeah, even if he rolls all ones. So,
This is kind of the problem with the enemies always having a dice advantage.
yeah. So yeah, you swing at it, and your bow just straight up gets caught in its leg. You didn't even damage it.
And he just unforms it because it doesn't matter. He can just reform it for free.
Right. Just. I like to imagine he just walks off too, like, of course. It's just
Yeah, he just uses his move action, moves back.
like, just
And Zach's like, well, I never thought of it that way.
pretty much, yeah. Mr. Giganto Parasite. Let's just say Tamaki caught his attention. So, even though it's slowly reforming, he still only has one free arm. So, with the other arm, it forms into a giant blade that he then decides to bring down on this Green Ranger. 9. Okay. So how do you deal with this giant blade coming down on you?
Because it's so huge, it has like one of those Shadow of the Colossus wind-ups, so I just kind of like step 2 paces to the left.
Just and then crash into the street. Zach's turn. I'm gonna have him expel 1 charge to activate his aura vision that he has. And he looks over at Green. And he's like, I know who this person is. But he then also gets an idea. So he runs up to Green, right? And really not saying anything, he just reaches out and like grabs her shoulder. And with this, he absorbs a piece of Green's aura.
Can I slap you? Because like you just ran up and touched me and it's very inappropriate.
By all means, go for it. Just like, hey.
No, I'm not slapping you at 4d6. Not quite game.
Doing what everybody wants to do.
Okay, he literally can't beat a 10, even with his bonus. So like,
Whack.
so yeah, slapped. But he's like, and like, he flinches, but like, he's not really concerned because.
Buddy, personal space.
And he doesn't even respond really because now air power. But yeah, like you can't see it through his helmet probably, but Zach's like smirking and he's like, personal space, huh? And so then he realizes the powers he's got now since he's seen Green in action. And he's going to expel, I'm going to say 4 charges. He does this this attack that in literally every other media that I have Zach in, he has this technique called the Aura Vortex. He's going to basically do this here. So he shoots forward and he lets loose energy from his body that creates this like cutting cyclone around the parasite. Yeah, this thing is getting like torn to shreds pretty easy. Narple's turn. We're gonna do 5 charges here. Narples is gonna do her little Seed of Darkness maneuver. She still singing. She flips her wand forward, which, you know, we established it shoots out like a flail, like the top of it. And she's gonna try and implant a damage over time seed in this thing. So it can't beat a 20, so she succeeds. It's Kim's turn. She's like, oh, I didn't know there were 4 of you. Huh. So
It's complicated.
yet again, I'm just gonna have Kim keep using charges, because why not? She's gonna fire off another arrow to cleave this thing's other arm off, because it's currently caught in the, it's still, like, in terms of narrative, it's still caught in this cyclone, right? So she's just gonna fire straight through it. So yeah, this thing is now armless. Tamaki, what do you do?
This thing is just kind of disarmed right now, so I'll remove the head. I'll turn over to the Grey Ranger. I'll be like, hey kid, you want to make up for groping me?
And hold on, I'm gonna roll something now, actually. Oh, wait, it's supposed to be a D2 because this is a coin flip. 1. And he's like, yeah, kind of busy here. And he's like focusing hard on A, keeping himself afloat, and B, keeping this like tornado going.
I'll just pull out one of my old reliable moves. I'll be like, "Hey, Pink, could you give me a boost real quick? Just kind of like toss me in the air."
You got it! And she like puts her hands down to like, give you the boost.
I did this while cheerleading.
Yeah, pretty much.
I just kind of run up and go for the boost. When I'm airborne, I just kind of like put all my charges into this swing, and I just go to like. Actually, no, I said I'm using old reliable. So I'm putting all my charges into me throwing my spear again. Because it worked before.
Turn your spear into a laser beam. Yeah, you guys thoroughly, absolutely destroyed this thing. And so now, I'm gonna say he's low enough for finisher time, so Zink, by all means.
Okay, let's burn some more energy, more health.
I mean, if you really want to, but it's not necessary.
Well, I have to use the finisher.
Well,
I have no charges.
Well, you don't have to, but like...
Insensibly, I would have.
Yeah, so...
Alright, so just assume Zink's burning his life to do this.
Okay.
So he just forms this vicious-looking arrow. Then some wind picks up, it starts to shine at the tip, and he fires it right into the center. And then it fizzles for a second, and the oil just kind of drapes over it.
Like, what?
Dynamite arrow. Boom!
Yeah, and so he goes up like a frickin' firework. And then Zach lands right near Zink, and he's like, dude, that was sick! Where'd you learn that?
I don't know. What's sick about it?
So yeah, this thing is now deado. So we'll just yeet him over here for now.
Well, Light would probably incinerate every remnant of him, so...
Yeah,
Hey, this place is clear for planting.
Yeah, pretty much. And so then Pink then runs up to the group, and she's like, good work, you guys. So...
What does disease have to do with arrows? I'm confused.
Don't worry about it. It's right after this, because you guys don't really have time to celebrate. The police are here once more. These are like some of the most ballsy policemen out there, because while you guys were fighting, they've been creating a barricade, right? So,
well, if they're anything like the Silver Guardians.
Yeah, so they have this whole joint surrounded. So now they're all armed and aiming, and they go, freeze, Power Rangers! And so then Zach's like...
still singing.
Well, she as she notices the officers, she starts to like tone her voice down.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah, so then Zach is like, you guys have fun with this, and he runs off, and then he like thinks to the Guardian, dude, beam me up, and then poof, he's gone. So
okay.
And Narples then is like, yeah, I don't want to go to jail today, so then she slips away, like, in between some buildings. And she just escapes however Nico feels later. And,
Zink's just gonna stand there dead set.
Yeah.
What's Tamaki gonna do?
And so then, yeah, what's Tamaki's reaction?
I ain't going to jail.
I'm gonna be like, some team you got there. And I'm just like, I didn't do anything wrong. I'll just stand here.
The black one's actually pretty okay.
So,
yeah, but what's up with that gray guy? He just came up and groped me.
He does that to everybody.
Everyone?
Everyone.
Great picture you're painting.
Well, it's true. Every single person he's met, he's touched. Like, I don't know. He just does that to everybody.
How did he even become a Power Ranger? Like, what's up with that?
I don't know. The second time I bumped into him, he tried to ride on my head, and then he got hit with a punch.
Sounds like he deserved it.
He's like a monkey. Is that
I'll
racist
keep
to
that
say
in
about
mind.
humans?
Hasn't been for a while. I mean, I'd watch what you say about some guys. Some people are more offended than others, but you know.
Okay, like that one lady who didn't think monsters were.
What?
And then the
Who
police
doesn't-
open fire.
So while
Monsters have been around for very.
so while
It's
so while
like-
Tamaki is stunned about this revelation that there's someone who doesn't
Wait,
believe
that's
monsters
real?
exist, like she's like,
You what, man?
like she goes on a spiritual journey after hearing that. Like, but so then over a megaphone. By the way, Kim's not going anywhere. She's not worried. Over the
Yeah, who's going to arrest Pink Ranger?
right, like over a megaphone, the audience would definitely notice someone familiar who's talking over this megaphone. It's a certain lieutenant, let's say. All right, and he shouts over the megaphone, "We only want the white one.
Zink waves.
Come out with your hands up."
He looks around because he's just standing out in the open. Of where?
Walk forward slowly.
Okay.
And so then, as you do, police officers swarm all around you. They've got riot shields, they've got clubs, they've got guns. And they're all like, alright, you're under arrest, come with us.
Is this about the park? Because I helped that person.
Like, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law, and they start reading you your
Okay.
rights.
We helped a man with his hot dog cart at one point.
So,
How are you going to use that against me? I'm confused.
and it takes like 20 people, but they're all like shoving this white ranger like into a car.
No, it takes 20 people to lift him off the floor without breaking their spine.
Pretty much, yeah. So, yeah, they cart this guy off, and yeah, they drive off.
We help people cross the street. They looked old.
So,
Stop resisting. I'm not.
pretty much. And at this point, Kim also disappears. Okay. So now Tamaki's all by herself. So what's she gonna do?
I
just
watched
kind of
Power
goes
Rangers
away
get
without even
arrested.
saying goodbye.
Pretty much.
But that's got to be surreal to watch. It's just they just arrest a Power Ranger.
Right.
All right. He's the only one willing to talk to me, so I know what I gotta do. So I just kind of make my way towards the police station.
I know what I got to do. I got to post bail.
So, all right. So now then we cut away to inside an interrogation room, right?
He has an unmorph, just to note.
No, he hasn't. So yeah, someone sits down in front of him, and again, if this were a show, his back would be to the camera, so they might not know who he is at first. So then he's like, "All right, name and occupation."
He just gestures at his suit.
Just- like really? Like, just-
Come on.
like, so then the camera would again show direction. Camera swings over.
Spins.
Yeah, and it is revealed to be two cops actually, Bulkmeyer and Skolovich.
One of them was a samurai.
Yes. So now we've dealt with Power Rangers before, so it would be best if you just kind of give us some straight answers. All right.
Okay.
So, don't know if you've noticed, but you've got a lot of charges on you right now.
I haven't noticed. Nobody's read me any
Hmm.
of them.
Well, you're charged currently with assault, battery, being a general terror, public disruption, disturbing the peace, and just generally being a nuisance.
You know, your last 4 points all tie into public menace.
Yes.
Or just disorderly conduct.
Oh, and terroristic acts, but that ties into everything else too.
Like what?
Well, there was that giant beam of light that happened over at Panda Bakery the other day, and we all watched that fight.
Oh, well, yeah, that I can explain easy.
hmm
Did you see the monster?
There was no sightings of a monster.
That's because everybody left the building.
Unfortunately,
Very rotund, made of grease, very gross. He also summoned those oily blobs. A shame they came after the beam, so people should have at least seen them.
and Skull's like, sounds like he's describing you, Bulky, and then Bulk just like shoves him. Like so.
Zink just, if he could glare, he'd be glaring at Skull for that one.
like,
Like he's just
The visor on his helmet narrows.
It's like there's a dim red glow behind it. He's just staring at Skull until he stops laughing.
So then Volk's like, unfortunately, that doesn't work as hard evidence in your case here.
That doesn't work, period.
Yeah, so we need you to tell it to us straight. Who are you? What do you want?
I am Zink, the White Ranger.
And what's your purpose for all this disruption around the city?
Well, you see, I've been looking for these four-pointed crystals, and he's air drawing them again.
Yeah.
White, and if you stare into them, you may have an existential crisis, or your eyes may catch fire. You see, they actually house a piece of the universe. No, I am not kidding.
And Bulk and Skull are both just kind of nodding along because this isn't the most ridiculous thing they've heard, like, ever.
I mean, yeah, they had a crystal that inverted memories. This ain't weird.
Pretty much, yeah.
And those weird oil-like monsters, which are what consume everything, are attracted to these things. So I find them, get rid of them. Easy.
Yes, and what does that have to do with all the public disruption you've been doing lately?
Well, that was a jaywalker, and it's his fault that car crashed to begin with. I'm the one who saved the passenger. Well, the driver.
And what happened at Panda Bakery?
There was a monster. That
Mhm.
beam of light was used on that monster.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you didn't see the monster, you should have seen the oil monsters that came up afterwards, because they appeared after I used that. There's got to be footage.
And what about that bank we saw you and your buddy break into the other day?
Can I see the footage?
And then Skull, like, you guys remember those old, like, TVs they used to make us cart around in, like, elementary school?
Yeah, like the leftover ones from like schools.
Yeah, so he just carts one of those in.
Bill.
Right. But,
It is a VHS somehow.
but yeah, he carts one of those in and he pops in a VHS and it shows one ranger, it's black and white footage, one ranger getting flung through a wall into the safe, and then another ranger walking in, grabbing a jewel, and then leaving. And then, like, that's the end of it.
Okay, pause it on the jewel.
Uh-huh.
Do you have a zoom function?
Technically. And he hits a button, and it zooms, but it's, like, super blurry and crap quality.
Okay, you see, now he's tracing the outline. This is one of those crystals I was talking about. See?
So why didn't
4
you just
points,
ask the bank if you
white.
could have it?
Because it was in the safe.
Did you at least try explaining to anybody at the bank about what was going on?
Well, when I entered, they just started screaming, so... I didn't take anything else. Although, from the footage... yeah, I have no control over what he does.
Look, we've worked with a lot of past rangers in our day. How can we
But
know?
you are by far the worst.
How do we know we can trust you?
And now he's thinking.
So,
And then Volk is like, while you think about that, let me ask you another question. Did you ever stop to consider how you were affecting the lives of all these people in this city?
The lives of all hangs up.
No, not me. That was someone else who did. That was Sheena.
Yeah, but it's funny.
Yeah. But yeah, the lives of all these people around the city.
I thought I was helping.
Do you not realize how much terror you've struck? How many times that you guys have fought monsters here, and how many people have gotten eaten? Every day, the total goes up.
Okay, hold on. You wheel it back a moment. I have only been in 3 fights thus far. 3.
Aren't you a part of a team?
I guess.
Well, whether you're there or not, you and your friends, every time a monster shows up, or these oil creatures, as you call them, more and more
We
lives
show
are
up.
lost. You don't seem to understand. Do you not realize why the police haven't been on this? It's because they've been busy evacuating people.
Listen, Samurai Bulkmeyer. And does he chuff himself up on that?
Yeah, he kind of looks a little proud of himself. He's like, yeah, respect.
That's his collar. Like, yeah.
Right.
They do not come to us. We go to them. There is a distinct difference there.
I don't know.
We also don't place these crystals. You said yourself the bank had it. If I hadn't gone to take it, what do you think would have happened?
That doesn't change the fact that you stole public property.
But it does change the fact that everybody there would have died, and probably everybody within a 50-mile radius in the city would be dead. You see, when those oil monsters eat the crystal, or when anybody takes the crystal, at least from what I've observed, they mutate and grow stronger, meaner, and generally more monstrous.
And so then Bulk starts to think, and meanwhile Skull all this time has just been kind of messing around in the background. So
Zink is staring.
and so
Did this man ever pay you back for taking care of his kid? Because that has always bugged me.
how do you know about that?
I've seen the archives. Anyway, you were stuck in a garage for like a year, and he just drove off with his kid.
And then Bulk yes, I'm about to establish this because you know what? They deserve it. Bulk is like, wait, you said the archives?
Yes, the archives.
So then you must know the Guardian.
No is a very loose term.
Yeah, he works in mysterious ways. Me and the knucklehead over there have talked to him a few times.
Did he ever mutter Tatakai just for my own gratification?
Can't say I remember that. But
Okay.
so then Bulk's like, well, I guess if he trusts you, there must be some good reason behind it. Although this is going to be really tough to explain to the citizens.
I'll talk to them.
That's probably not the best idea.
Well, I'm trying to be non-threatening. You would not like to see what I normally look like.
And then Bulk kind of like leans back in his chair and crosses his arms. He's like, why don't you try me? And then Skull, being obnoxious, is like, yeah, try us.
Okay, they've seen aliens, but here's the thing. He stands up, looms over the table, unmorphs, and he just looks like a giant, frightening robot. He's like the anti-cog.
And I'm actually 2 results, so I'm gonna flip a coin. So 1d2. 2. Okay, so both of them actually are like not phased, like at all.
Okay, but you see how this would be a problem, right?
I don't see an issue.
I get a lot of screams.
Well, how do you approach people?
I walk.
Well, there's definitely a lot of intolerance in this part of the world. But things are getting better. And heck, I heard there was this nice beast folk, well, and then and he's like, wait, and then Skull's like, yeah, wasn't that Panda Bakery? And then Volk's like, quiet you. so
I work there. Terrible working conditions, though.
look, my point is, we're making progress, alright?
Yes, but for what I'm to take from this is that pretty much everybody screeching at me, which is everybody I've met, is due to racism.
Well, fortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. People like that are always going to exist. But if you...
Well, that kind of makes my point, though. I approach them in a way I know will terrify them.
But
or
if you cower and hide, all you're doing is reaffirming their fears.
who's hiding? Rangers are widely accepted.
Not around here. Not after all that's gone down. In fact, to be honest, it might be best if you guys skip the city for a while.
That's not really an option. Besides, if we did, the city wouldn't be here.
You
I mean, say what you want about collateral damage, but it's going to happen whether we're here or not. Only the monsters aren't just going to vanish. Trust me, I've seen them get a crystal once. They just get bigger and bigger and bigger. You two should know this. You've worked with teams.
And then Skull's like, we liberated a whole planet once.
Yeah, I saw. Anyway, when Rhea sends down a giant monster, are you really going to sit there and say they shouldn't have summoned the Zords?
No.
Exactly. It's the same thing. Really.
But The alien rangers never had to hide.
The Alien Rangers didn't need to summon Zords.
Like I said, we've worked with some rangers before, so I know you can't be all bad.
Okay, let me ask you a different question.
What's up?
Do you see me walking around destroying buildings on a whim?
And then and then Skull's like, Panda Bakery was a building.
There was a monster there. We've been over this. And that wasn't a whim. I'll have you know it's very exhausting doing that.
And then Volk's like, well, I just need to see if you are on the up and up like the others I've met. And, hey, if Kim trusts you, you can't be all that bad. So,
Yeah, she made me walk around town and kept scolding me.
yeah, we saw that. It was funny.
Yeah.
So, he's like, I just need to talk to you personally, and, I'll do my best to explain things to the boss, but you might want to lay low for a while.
Oh, I don't even stay in the city most of the time.
Well, then
You know, fourth plane and all.
you might want to tell your friends that, then.
Oh, they don't listen to me.
Hmm.
You see, Blank actually holds down a job and generally keeps to herself. Although that Catherine Andrews hubbub is, I think that lady might be a demon. I've met a few.
I believe it.
Mm-hmm. The other one, no personal space, or no concept of personal space. Also a kleptomaniac. Yeah, you see right here, the moment he catches eyes with the money, he's playing back the video for them. You see that glint? It's very unhealthy.
It's black and white. We don't see anything.
Oh, hold on, let me zoom out. Yeah, see, cleaner picture. Anyway, he does whatever he wants. He doesn't listen to me. I had to threaten him to leave that one guy's wallet.
Well, all right. We'll see what we
So-
can do, but if the rest of the
So
force
back to
comes
the
at you,
important. It won't matter. Now, let's get back to the important thing. Did this man ever pay you back for watching this kid? Year in a garage, no money. He's rich.
oh yeah,
I've seen it.
he sent me quite the check. I'm set for a good long time. We're actually both of us are only here in the city to help our old buddy out for a little while.
Okay, but I got a more important question then. Why do you just drive off like a jerk?
Well, Skull's kind of an idiot. I'm sure you've noticed.
Well, what does Skull say?
And Skull is still like, okay, I know you said you deformed it, but just for the sake of a joke, I want to fudge this, okay? In the background, Skull's been messing with Zink's bow, and so he's like picking at it, and then like he accidentally like fires an arrow off, and it like bounces around and like hits him in the back of the foot, and he's like, and it doesn't like really super hurt him. He's like, ah! Like,
I'd like to think that was an arrow he brought in from evidence because they can't form light.
right, exactly.
Ow! You know, I kind of buy it. So why did you go straight? You used to be what is the phrase? A boncho? No, delinquent. That's it.
You're taking me back, and he like leans back again. Well,
Though to be clear, I understand why you menaced those five because they did just as much. But I mean in general.
yeah, see, back in those days, me and Skull, we had the idea that, well, if we threatened everybody, we'd get our way. We'd be top dogs, and it worked for a while. But as time went on, we ended up realizing just how much people didn't really appreciate us. So, and plus,
So you saved the city.
yes, and that was part of it all. We started doing better things. We started having more empathy. And we noticed just how good it felt doing good things on top of how everybody started treating us with respect over time.
So being good is a self-aggrandizing thing.
If you let it be.
Huh. What about that Ivan Ooze character?
Oh, the guy who possessed everybody with ooze and made almost everyone jump off a cliff. Yeah, that was
Why more me when you rallied all those disobeying children?
Well, we couldn't just let a bunch of people die.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying a lot of them were pretty crooked.
Everyone deserves a second chance, Zink.
Yes, but I don't think they were ever punished.
Well, we weren't part of the police force at that point, so we couldn't tell you.
Well, I don't mean criminal charges. I mean their parents. That's the problem with amnesia.
Well, who's
I
to
could
say?
still ID them.
Who's to say?
I am. Look, I will ID them for you.
Well, anyway, you're free to go for now.
Hmm. Stop messing with my bow.
And then Skull's like, alright, fine. He like just drops it like on the floor.
Zink just yoinks the harmonica off it. Tweet leaves.
We cut back to the Hall of Champions.
So since he's just walking out of the police station, I imagine I eventually got there since this was a pretty long investigation.
Yeah. And are you still morphed while you're there?
No, because he only knows me as the Green Ranger, so like he needs to know what's up if I'm just
Okay. So I'm gonna say Tamaki's outside the door and security is like stopping her, and he's like, no, we don't care that you're a Power Ranger, you can't just walk up in here.
And Zink just walks right out.
Hey, just the person I was looking for.
Tweet.
You got a minute to talk?
I have a lot of time.
Let's have a chat.
Okay.
So, exactly what is your grand plan for, like, the crystals and whatnot?
Obtain crystals, make wish.
Alright. How are you gonna settle who gets the wish?
Battle Royale.
That's not a bad idea, I guess.
I will crush them.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, you are kind of 7 feet tall.
You're kind of huge, my guy.
Okay. What else?
Let's say you win. What would you want to wish for?
I'm undecided, but it'll generally be something universe altering. That Zordon guy was pretty cool.
I don't exactly know a lot about you or your team personally. Like, are you guys good? Because I've been seeing a lot of conflicting information.
Oh, I have no sway over what they do. I just do what I want.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess.
Here, hold on. I got one of those smartphones from her. This is with the old lady at the street. This is the hot dog cart. This is the weird baby carriage thing. I don't know why we chased that. This was the litter patrol. That was a weird one.
So you're at least making an effort to do good things.
What effort? That's my job. As long as I get the crystals, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, that's fair. So, why do you think the Guardian doesn't like...
Tell us about other Rangers. I think he's a compulsive.
Yeah, ever since I found out about you guys from the news, I sensed something off about him.
Well, that's assuming we're even dealing with the same Guardian.
I didn't consider there could be more than one. At the same time, it's like...
Well, he had an enemy, didn't he?
He did, but like... So...
He just said nobody else could have the crystals, so...
So let's say there's more than one Guardian. Which one would you think is the right one?
I don't think either of them is right.
Alright. Well, which one do you think is the good one? The one that, like, means well?
I haven't met yours, presumably. But let's be real. Anybody that would hire us three.
Fair enough.
Just kind of, you know.
Alright, then. You've been to the Hall of Champions then, I guess.
I've seen all the archives.
If there was more than one Guardian, like, could they really replicate that whole thing? Like, including all the archives?
Well, why not? All they'd have to do is be familiar with his memories. And presuming anybody who could fight, like, you gotta presume anybody who could fight somebody this powerful would be a grand mage themselves, no?
Alright. This one's a bit unrelated, but do you know about the... And just kind of out of character real quick, I'm making sure I get this term correct. They're called the Morphing Masters.
Yes, they are.
Do you know anything about the Morphing Masters?
No, they barely get involved in anything. Still a lot better than the Magic Masters. Much better.
Not familiar with those.
They do nothing but look down on people.
Hmm.
They'll complain, but they won't do anything. Now, Rita's okay.
Well,
Well, you
our
might
guy
not
doesn't-
understand that. She turns good later.
Well, our guy doesn't really tell us anything, so... Like, you
didn't
happen to
tell me
know
this.
any of the identities of these guys? Because, like... All I got was, you'll feel it in your soul if you encounter one. I'm just like, man...
Morphing Master is their identity, at least from what I've seen.
So it's like, not any kind of specific person, they just kind of, like, are?
Just think of them as their suits. I don't even know if they're human. Or alien. You know. Physical. They could just be energy.
Alright. Well, one more thing, I guess. I guess if we're going to, like, try to work together, I need a way to contact you. You're not exactly part of my team.
Smartphone.
I'll just give him my number.
Oh, that'll do.
555 5555.
How'd you get that number? I've got connections.
Hmm. Well, that's all I can think of for now. Oh yeah, for some reason, my guardian doesn't exactly trust you, but like, that's to be expected if they're trying to keep us apart for some reason.
Hmm. Hold that thought, and he just grabs her by the wrist. Hey, Guardian, beam me up.
Hey, Dreamsword from the future here again. Same reasons as last time for the skip. So, yeah. Summation of the events here. Tamaki and Zink, they talk a lot. They question the Guardian a bit. And then, after a bit of a runaround with no clear answers in sight, Zink decides to beam up to the Hall of Champions and to try something risky. That's all you really need to know.
Well, I'm gonna do something that may get Zink killed here.
Oh god.
Don't worry.
Why are you determined?
I'm not trying to get him killed here. I'm just trying to get some answers. And even if Zink dies here, then Tamaki's gonna know what's up.
Uh-huh.
Guardian, let me see the Chronos crystals.
Why do you need to see them?
I want to see them. At least the ones I gathered.
Very well. And so then, from the void that's up in the ceiling, this, like, giant, like, misshapen gem, like, floats down. Like, very obviously huge chunks are missing out of it. Like,
Okay. And Zink walks up to it. He places his hand on it. Does it actually feel like a proper Chronos crystal?
yes. Like, basically you get the same sensation as whenever you touch, like, one that you find.
Okay. So, what if I do this? And he's just looking at the Guardian.
Do what, exactly?
Shing.
What, does he, like, draw his bow or something?
No, he's deliberately trying to destroy the crystal. How's the Guardian, air quote, Guardian react?
The guard, like, nothing happens, so the Guardian just kind of shakes his head and he's like, you would need a force as great as I or Nidalus in order to do anything like that, Zink.
He's very calm about it, though.
And besides, even if you could shatter it, all that would mean is that you'd have to go get them again. And I doubt you want to do that.
Hmm. And now Zink is aiming his bow at one of the archives.
You'll find that those won't be affected by you much either.
Okay, what the hell can I break in here?
Pretty much nothing, because it's all full of godly objects. like, just telling it to you straight.
Yeah, unless it's the recreation. I mean, if the guy I'm dealing with is Nidalus, I should be able to damage it.
Well, it's up to you if you want to try.
He tries. I mean, he already tried on the Cronus crystal.
So he, like, fires an arrow at a gate or something?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the crystal is one thing, because there are actual shards there, but if this is just a recreation, twang.
And the arrow just, like, bounces off. Nothing really happens.
Not even a scratch.
Nope.
Not even a note of resistance.
Nope.
You know, this would have been so easy if I could destroy the crystal. Like, really easy. Okay, I'm gonna try to think of something else stupid to do. Tamaki, you're up.
You guys are gonna keep trying.
Well, yeah, now we definitively have answers.
Like, at any point during this, is Zink trying to, like, give Tamaki updates via text or something?
We don't get reception in the Hall of Champions.
Yeah, we did establish that. There's no reception there.
I would have already sent a call or something.
Rip.
Well, you'll get an update when he goes back. I mean, he's already seen everything.
Just got something.
And then the Guardian just asked Zink, are we done here, Zink?
So, okay, let's try this a different way. Were you split into multiple pieces?
Of course not. There is only one Guardian of the Hall of Legends.
Yes, but you said you were injured so heavily you have no power left, right? You sure you weren't fragmented?
Very little. But as you all continue on your journey, I have been working to get my powers back.
So that means a piece of you was split off. You know what that could mean, right?
No, that is not
Us.
what you are implying. Just isn't possible.
Really, it happens with my species. And we're not beings made of energy.
Yes, that is true. But I assure you, were another Hall of Legends, another Guardian, another anything of this caliber really, were they to exist, the very cosmos itself would be at risk.
Well, then I guess the cosmos is at risk. She can do the same BAMF thing I do. Well, you do.
Then...
You know what? I just got an idea. Hey, Guardian.
Yes, Tamaki.
Sorry to keep bugging you, but when that life form just kind of disappeared, like that same frequency you were using to like hone in on him, can you set the viewing globe to view the Hall of Champions itself?
And so he's like, I'm not sure what the point of
Try
that
it
would
with
be.
the exact same settings you did to view this universe.
And at the end, he just goes, the only thing here is me and the archives, as usual.
But not Tamaki. Now that's weird.
Well, Tamaki's not in the hall right now.
Yeah, I haven't been poofed up yet.
Okay, fair enough.
Alright, I'm gonna poof up there.
Okay, and so then now the globe shows Tamaki and Guardian just kind of chilling.
Okay. Okay, so, from this I can surmise there are 2 halls and 2 U's. Or a damn good fabrication.
Well, if what you say is true, Zink, then we'd better be on our guard. Our enemy is more powerful than I thought.
Meanwhile, on my side... Alright, so... nothing just kind of like... There's just us in here. Or at least as far as you can see, correct?
Of course.
Alright. Well, let's say theoretically, there was some sort of, like, overlap. Like, I imagine something like this, the archives and the Hall of Champions itself, can't exactly be easily reproduced, right?
No. You would need something as mighty as the Morphin Grid itself to recreate something like this.
Oh, Zink bamps back to Earth because
Just screw it. Like,
it's not like we're gonna get an answer here.
Alright. I'll continue to think on this, but I'm gonna see if I can go find the person that you can't find. Because apparently I can interact with them. Maybe I can get some answers.
very well, but
Don't worry, I'll keep up my guard. Just send me back.
Very well. May the power protect you. And so then he poofs you back down to Earth.
So you got anything?
Actually, out of character, I don't think mine's ever said that yet, has he?
Not that I recall.
Oh-ho! Okay, back to in character. Yeah, I tried to destroy all the crystals I've collected. He didn't care.
Well, those things are really resilient. I hit one directly with my spear, not even a scratch.
I didn't know that beforehand. Oh, and I suggested
Well,
he
now
may
you
have been split into 2 pieces.
I didn't exactly rule out every possibility, but I tried to narrow things down. I tried to bug him while you were poofed away to see if you were in there, because, like, if something that great exists, then I doubt it could be copied.
Yeah,
At
I
least
tried to
not
scan
as-
things too. If he was split in 2, I mean... Actually, what if this universe was copied?
Man, that's weird.
Asking the deep questions.
This is a lot for me to think of as a human.
Well, think about it. If the Hall of Champions can only exist with the morphing grid, right? What if
Right.
somebody tried duplicating that within the same universe?
Hmm.
2 holes, 2 grids, 2 guardians. Would explain why they can't detect the others.
Alright. So... just in case, do you want me to relay any of that to my guardian?
Oh yeah. I mean, why not? What's there to lose? I mean, if either of them was like blatantly evil the villain, he wouldn't need to send either of us to collect crystals. He'd let the oozes do it.
And then I'll just kind of, like, give a general, like, summary of what Zink suggested to me to the Guardian, and see if, like, what he thinks about it.
Are you sure you can even trust this person, Tamaki?
Well, like I said, he hasn't exactly gone out of his way to attack. Like, he doesn't seem malicious. And he's a Power Ranger. He's been doing the same job I've been doing. Like,
I see. I'll have to take what you say into consideration, but as I've said before, if what you said is true, our situation is much more dire than I originally thought.
and then I just kind of filled Zink in about what he said. So yeah, as usual, my guardian doesn't exactly trust you because it's something he can't exactly understand right now. But he said he'll take into consideration. Alright, so we keep knocking on this door, but nothing's happening, so let's
we'll get-
reconvene sometime and, like, see if we can figure something out.
Okay.
So now in character, what do you two do?
Well, I'm gonna go practice hip hop keto in the park.
Good luck with that. It- as he's leaving, I'm just like, I'll contact you if I think of anything else that we could probably try.
Noted.
Well, I guess my job here is done. Boy, am I gonna have a story for the other Rangers. And I just kind of walk off.
All right. So with that, this is actually our longest episode yet.